ends in Baldur's Gate.
Okay, good.
All right, I'm gonna go get some popcorn.
I'm gonna have to stay for this whole thing.
So we'll start at on the 6th level of the um tower that had a specific name to it, the Nether Spire.
Glad you at least had to look that up because I didn't remember either.
So
We
on
just
the
talked
6th
about it on
level,
Wednesday.
That's true.
The ghost or the essence of a um deceased mage named Hanzo Killerin informed you that in order to break the seal that would release the Night Walker, 4 sacrifices must be given. He says, what specifically did he say? They gave these 4 archmages gave what they treasured most to lock away the Nightwalker, their memories. And so straws were drawn, and 4 individuals were chosen: Zandak, Aru, Mooncolor, and Gast. I can't remember the order in which they went.
I think it was
Gast,
Gast
Aru,
went
Aru,
first.
Zandak,
Mooncolor,
slash
Venari.
Venari. Thank you. Oscar has his name up there, and so it's throwing me off. I was like, and Oscar.
Sure.
Oh wait, no.
Nope, not. I mean,
Sure.
yes, Oscar, but not.
And so Gast gave up the memory of the first sword that he forged. But seems like the seal took a little bit more than that.
Just a little bit, like 20-ish years worth of things.
Yeah, and so Redwick emerged after his sacrifice, seemingly having no time passed for him and looking for Gwendell, his wife.
Not to derail this too much, but isn't it interesting that Redwick's most treasured memories was his entire life as a lizard folk?
Yep.
Just throwing that out there.
Because he didn't remember any of it. He didn't remember any of the other stuff.
Exactly.
And so obviously Gast / Redwick was a little disoriented. But bringing him back to the present and seeing really no other options, Redwick continued to help the group. Zandak went next.
Nope.
No, it was
Aru
Aru.
went next. Aru went next, and he gave up the memory of his mother, or he tried giving up. He tried giving up something else first.
His book, right?
His book.
His book. Was not acceptable. So he gave up the memory of his mother. Which, again, the seal took a little bit more than just the memory of his mother. Aru has no recollection of his muse, Serene, and he can't even hear its name being said. And was obviously a little sad. For
It would have been funny if my muse's name was Cedric.
Your life, you wouldn't have been sad though. Like your life would have gotten so much better.
That would have been a very interesting role play. And then Zandak went next.
Did I?
Yes, because we
I believe
saved
so,
the
because the
NPC
plan
for
was
last.
to have Mooncolor go last.
Oh, right.
Because he would have been the least. The party would have been least affected if Mooncolor was incapacitated for the fight. And so Zandak goes next, and he gave up the guild taking him in, which he's having some dexterity effects to his hands because of that. And then Mooncolor tried but the seal would not accept Mooncolor's sacrifice. And so Venari bravely, courageously stood up, while Cedric cowered in the corner.
That's right.
not
Proving
welcome.
that Venari is more willing to sacrifice things than the Paladin of Torm.
Although we found out later that mainly Cedric knew what he had to give up, and
Metagamed it.
it would have been bad. It would have been bad.
We could be starting a new campaign today.
We could.
Let's just
Yeah.
put it that way.
Any way you slice it would have been bad. So Venari gave up the memory of his childhood, which at that point the Nightwalker came out, and a fight was had. Venari almost dies. We found that a ruse spell, something cage, is
Force cage.
Force cage.
is just broken. Like
Is
it's
the-
just a. It's just
It
like a
single-handedly won us the fight there.
like a just a
Without
straight
any deaths. Without any deaths. I
Without
think we
any
might
deaths,
have
yeah.
won
So-
still, but everyone
Venari
was
probably
still
would have
alive.
died.
It would have been
Yeah.
close.
So yeah, you guys won. You dissected this Nightwalker and teleported. Well, actually, you guys started climbing out of the tower, which took, I believe it took quite a long
no,
time.
No,
No,
it took
took
no
no
time.
time. We rested at the top of the tower, and Zantac took a lot of time.
To Zandex.
I wouldn't say
was
a lot of
exactly.
time. It was like 5 minutes. A couple different
but-
things to try.
trying to take the mirror of Mephistar with you guys.
Which he
You
succeeded in
succeeded.
doing.
You did succeed.
Sure did. I just had plot
Um,
armor.
Back at Morning Cadence after you guys teleported back, and I can't remember if you tried to cheat Morning Canaan out of his cut or not.
No, we just tried to get
It was-
more out of him.
We,
It
yeah,
was
we
definitely
We did.
thought
We got
about.
more.
Yeah. We got the necklaces.
Yes. You
Oh,
each
that's
got
right.
a Quicksilver flask.
I completely forgot about that.
And then you guys basically roundabout way of going, getting back to Bell's Forge.
Yeah. We also
I
got
believe-
a pouch to hold
Soul
soul
pouch.
coins.
17
Yeah.
currently.
It holds what, 100? Right?
I don't even have that written down because I figured we're never getting that high.
Well, I knew it was a set amount.
I'll
knew that
write that in,
much.
I guess.
I thought it was a clean number, but I don't know.
We can look back at the video because I don't have that written down either.
I mean, I could be completely wrong. This was
No,
like
you sound right. You sound right.
this was like a month ago.
I'm not worried about it. I put 100.
I believe you guys also picked up a mobile forge
Yes,
We sure did.
We did do that.
at the Stygian dock, and Redwick has been trying to repair it. so
Right.
that it works more efficiently.
Mhm.
Back at Bell's, you guys came back and presented Bell with the eyes. Although I remember there's a confrontation there as well, because you were only
Yeah.
getting
Dave, you want to fill us in on this
eye.
since you just watched this?
Yeah, sure. What
Yeah.
part?
At Bell's?
At Bell's?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell him.
So basically, we walked in. Bell's all pissed. He started laughing at us. He asked us for the eyes. Aru told me to pull out an eye. I pulled out an eye, and then Aru tried to get him to like agree to do whatever he needed to do without giving the other eye. And Bell got pissed, and he tried to grab Aru, and Aru failed. And so.
He didn't fail.
Or you tried to dodge it and failed. That's what I
There
meant.
you go.
And so then we gave him the second eye, and then he showed us where the X on the map is.
That's right. The X on the map.
That we had a big argument over.
He showed the X on the map after squishing
Yes.
the eyes under his.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He first thought we came back as cowards and failed our mission.
And so that's that I believe is where we pick it up. You guys are still in Bell's Forge.
Yep. It ended right after he put the X on the map.
Yeah, he just put the X on the map. All right. Whew. What would you guys like to do?
I have a housekeeping question. If I vaguely remember this
Are you
correctly,
saying this out loud or?
I'm saying this to the
To
DM.
Bell, excuse me, Bell. I have a housekeeping.
I have a housekeeping question, Bell.
This is filthy over here.
This is disgusting. Please clean this torture chamber up. I just cannot stand this. If I remember correctly, myself, Venari, and Aru had a negative side effect to our spell casting abilities because of what happened in the tower. Is that still?
Venari's was the mirror.
Yeah, Venari's was the mirror.
I thought it was our mental state, though.
No, Venari's was the mirror. Aru had a mental state.
And
Yeah,
I just didn't know how to do it, really.
And no, the answer to the question is no, you do not have those anymore.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Wanted to
Totally.
check.
Yeah. Any other housekeeping things?
A reminder
also
for the feast, the heroes' feast. Because we all made a comment the last time saying like, oh, we'll forget next time we play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave won the game because he watched.
Yep.
There we go. I also completely forget what that. I don't think I wrote it down at all. What that Quicksilver flask does. So at some point,
I have it here. I can send it to you in chat.
That'll work. That's all the house.
I think we decided the 25 temp HP was the best option.
Maybe for some of you. Healing looks good for me, personally.
Possibly.
Does everybody want what the Quicksilver does, or does anybody other than Evan?
Is anybody just as bad
fine.
at note taking as me?
Okay, there it is.
I took notes on that one.
Okay. I was flipping through them like somehow I missed that, and I don't know how.
Yeah, because that's a pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh no, I do have it written down. Never
I love
mind.
how I love that it's another, like, it can be another heal of at least of a minimum of 30 once a day.
Right.
Maximum
Up to
of
70.
70?
Oh, 60. You're right.
60,
60, 40 plus 20. I'm a math major.
We're still in the chamber with Bell, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we're done here, though, right? We have the information we need. Let's get out of here. He seems really unstable.
Well, I was thinking about killing him.
Well,
you
can do that by yourself. Well, 1v1, Aru versus Bell. Who's gonna win?
You could probably talk Cedric into that line of action, but that's not the first thing on my mind.
I would need Venari's help.
No, Cedric's mind frame is he needs to right all the wrongs that he's committed in Avernus. We need to kill Tiamat again.
How big is Bell?
What you mean?
Is he like a normal
like
person
height?
size, or?
He's
No,
big.
no.
He's very big.
He's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so he's
okay.
not like
That's all I need.
he's not like Nightwalker size.
He's probably just large.
Okay.
The Nightwalker was only 10 feet.
That
Was
was
it?
20.
Oh, was it 20?
I think it
Yeah,
was 20.
I thought it was 20.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It explains why. Yes, you're right. It's because that's why I put him in a cage and not a.
But he was lanky.
Yeah.
He was like
Yeah,
He was
He's
very
wiry.
lanky.
Wiry.
Yeah. So.
For sure.
I mean, I soloed Bell in Neverwinter, so I think we can do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you might be talking about the non-Chris adjusted stats
Yeah.
of Bell.
Yeah.
Like
It was
that
definitely
Nightwalker had about 4 times the HP that it normally does. So
I hear Neverwinter doesn't have the kind of armor that Chris uses on his character.
No, it doesn't, fortunately.
So basically, we just need to go get the sword, and then we can return to Bell for the next day, like to figure out the next step in the plan.
Why do we need
If-
to come back to Bell?
I was gonna say, wait, is he involved?
We're trying to recruit him and his army.
Yeah, but we just saw how that went.
That's true. I suppose
But
we don't
that-
have to.
That was with Aru taking the lead on the negotiations and failing miserably. I'm sure if he comes back with a better plan.
Yeah, well,
I rolled real well on that one too. I'm really getting tired of my good rolls being useless.
Sounds like you could have used a good old panache.
It's true.
I mean,
Yeah, there you go.
no talking will convince someone to do something they will never do. So, like, if Bell absolutely would never raise an army against Zariel, it doesn't matter how much we talk. Like, we try and convince him, it's not going to
I
happen.
understand.
yeah.
But I don't think that's true. I think, well, again, that's up to the DM. I think that that's something that he would do if he thought he had a chance. Especially if he thought he could
I
get
need
away
to
with
figure
it
out
without
my-
getting in trouble.
DC.
We leave that one on the table for now
Yeah.
and see how.
So we got the sword. What's the other one?
A spear.
Sure. Sword, spear, Talona.
There we go. I'm gonna do
Alright.
it. Everybody's gonna
So-
forget.
I guess we should just, we'll thank Bell for telling us where the sword is, and let's leave.
Okay.
And then we will figure out where we're going to go.
That sounds like a plan.
Because I don't really want to do this conversation in
We
Bell's
should
throne room.
open
when he might just
discussion.
kill us.
Open forum with Bell. Feel free to have your input,
Pull
Bell.
up a
If you got anything.
stool.
All right.
Yeah. Do you really think an imp's not following us around right now? Listening to everything
I
we
don't
say?
really care about that. Like, I mean, I'm sure it is.
We're
but
at least
I just
out of reach.
want to be, I want to be
Direct
out of
reach.
immediate reach.
Aru, would I do that?
Yes.
Would I send an invisible imp?
You've done it.
It's fine.
You've already done it.
Just as a
We
heads
taught
up,
you.
Chris, I can now I know when anything that's invisible within 10 feet of me. I've got blind sense.
Because what? Oh.
So
It's weird.
Like, oh crap.
Well,
The
the
imps are always
imp's
gonna keep
never
it
going to
al-
come between
Yeah.
within 10 feet.
it's
funny
always
how
going to
that
be an
works.
11-foot radius. Or
Well, and you know, Zandak's so short, so it could always fly above him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only mistake you made was telling him how long it was. You
sorry,
just said, "I
when
had
we
blind
need to
sense."
make sure we're safe, I'll just like run around in like a spiral around us.
There
Yeah,
you
and
go.
then I'll just throw you up in the air.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just have someone throw Zandak around the room. It's like, oh, it's there. Oh, it's there.
play football with Zandak and just pass him back and forth.
Although Zandak can just run up the walls with his
That's true.
movement
It's
speed
a room.
But
and
if it's
his
in the
boot,
dead
he
center
can
of
just, like,
the room, just out of
I
radius.
can fall from the ceiling, and someone
Sure.
can catch me.
True.
Okay.
That's a good
Anyways,
point.
we're going nowhere,
All right.
guys. Let's go.
All right, table talk coming to a close. You guys are all standing before Bell. He just marked on the map, and he's still chuckling to himself. He's quite amused by the fact that you guys actually went and killed a Night Walker and brought his eyes back to him. And he says, as he's pointing and he makes that red smoldering X on your map, to which the map exclaims, "Ouch!"
I was wondering.
Good.
I think it's the first time Redwick has heard the map say anything, so
Yep.
a little bit more confused now.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure,
is he really,
Redwick's
though?
like, what? Although everything that Redwick's seen up to this point is, it's probably just like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's-
par for the
it's
course.
another thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Another weird thing
It's like,
that
that's just
that
how
just
it
happened.
is.
just
Okay.
making a note of that one.
All right. So is he saying something?
The sword of Zariel is, as I'm sure you know, a good aligned artifact that I believe all of Avernus itself, is seeking to destroy. If you do wish to find the sword, I urge you to do so quickly, before the bleeding citadel is swallowed up by Avernus and lost forever.
AKA the DM wants us to go there next.
I was gonna say.
It's
That
been
makes it-
down here for thousands of years, but now
think-
it's on a time limit.
He just picked our path for us.
Redwick,
That's all
Now.
Cedric needs to hear.
Yes.
Redwick, in your mind, you hear, Gast! I mean, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Redwick,
Yeah. What's up, Lulu?
Let's go. We know. We need to find it now.
Now, Lulu, I'm a little slow on the uptake for this kind of stuff. Your connection, if I'm remembering correctly, is you and Zariel fought there or something, right?
I don't know.
Okay. But you have a strong feeling that you might be able to get some of your memories back if we go there.
It's worth trying. It's better than nothing.
Well, you convinced me.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna take the map back from or pull the map back. I'm guessing he wasn't holding it. I don't know.
He was not holding it.
Okay,
I was
then
holding
I'm
it.
just gonna. Oh, okay. Then
You're gonna rip it out of Xandak's
I'm gonna
hands
do
and fold it
nothing
up.
with the map.
We will
I'm
not
gonna do
allow you to take it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with the map. I'm just gonna look at it and be like, "Thank you for the information and your warning. We will definitely take your warning into consideration and go get it as soon as we possibly can." And with that, we will leave you, Belle.
Why did you tell him that?
Because it's
Is that,
Cedric.
do you say that? I feel like that's an
Cedric,
open.
I swear, you say the dumbest things.
Are you guys leaving?
Yep.
I fold up the map, put
With
it back
that, I'm
away,
gonna
and
turn
walk
around.
away.
Like I'm gonna start walking out and be like, "Let's go."
I'm following the group's lead.
I'm gonna back
Just
out.
shaking my head and walking after him, shaking my head.
Did you actually say that out loud to me? There?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say that's a definite out loud Aru moment
Yeah.
right there.
Yes,
So,
it is.
Because I mean, I imagine we're like right next to each other, Aru, because we were in the front talking with him.
Yeah. Well,
Once
I'm
we're,
actually
like-
against the wall, crumpled against the wall, but I said it loud.
Oh, good point. Good point. Anyways, like after we get out of the chamber, I'm like, Aru, I'm not saying that we're going there first. Like we have multiple paths in front of us, and we need to decide as a group. So whatever
Okay.
the quickest path for us does not necessarily mean right now.
Okay.
Off to the
You
tormentor.
guys, if you're going
Yeah.
to the tormentor, you have to walk back down the stairs that you came.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
That's where we're going.
As you walk down the stairs, many smaller, lesser devils are around, but they all give you a very wide berth as you come down. And as you come down onto the landing where the tormentor is, it seems like some were trying to look inside or see what exactly is going on with this tormentor. But as they see you coming, they all kind of scatter.
I kind of, when I see them
Interesting.
like trying to get stuff out of our vehicle, I start like running to them and like trying to scare them. Like, yeah, hey.
We'll take your eyes also. We'll take your eyes also. Don't think we won't.
Is Crinjack anywhere around here?
You do not see him, and you do not see the barge.
Is the barge gone? Like we can see the river, but no barge.
Yes.
Okay. Oh well.
Crinjack has other bargy things to do.
Is there
That's right.
a path out of here for the tormentor?
Yep.
Perfect. I hop in and yell, "All aboard!"
All right. Let's get out of here, and then we'll decide where we want to go next.
Sounds good to me.
I lean down and look at the fuel level.
I do have that written down.
Perfect.
Give me a minute to pull
We just
up
refueled
the
it, didn't we?
16 hours of fuel left on this bugger.
Perfect.
I know I erased all the total soul coins because I think you took that since you had the pouch
Yep.
then, Dave.
Yep, I got
Okay.
all the soul coins now.
Okay.
That I'm aware of.
That you're aware of, yes.
Scotty, did you write it down? Necklace of Quicksilver Flask, so that you remember that it's a necklace.
I have
Yep.
mine called a
didn't
necklace
write-
of Quicksilver.
That's what I have it written down as.
That way I know what slot it's in. Because
Is
if
it-
you just say Quicksilver Flask, I'm like, I would just like, in a month from now, I would just assume it's just like on my belt.
Yeah, potion.
Okay. Very good. I just saw that.
Right? That's where it's supposed to be, right? Around my neck?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I drive off into the sunset.
There is no sunset, but okay.
What's the big black
So-
stuff next to the forge? It's like tar? Or is that like
Lava.
dried lava?
It is a lava field.
Got it.
Cool.
A
Not-
field of lava.
Not that way then.
You should just head to the river Styx,
Sure.
because everything we need to do is that direction. So, I mean, once we get there,
Unless we go
I
up
suppose-
and around to the Bleeding Citadel, because it is on technically this side of the river.
That is true. I mean, either way, we could then just follow the river.
Well, I'll head to
Yeah.
the little house that's halfway between the forge and the river. Whatever that thing
This
is.
one.
Yep.
I was
Chris is like,
"How?"
"Oh, great! Now you're all gonna die."
Perfect.
That's
How?
the house of death itself.
I mean, it kind of looks like a house, right? No?
Sure. I was gonna say
I would
like
say something marked on
castle-esque.
here is probably like a fortress, but I could be wrong. But yeah, okay.
Right.
So
So you guys are driving away from Bell's Forge. What would you guys like to do?
Okay, guys.
I'm guessing a discussion of some sort.
I mean, remember, I'm not in the vehicle.
I
Good. Let's
would
all
you
make
guys
plans.
would you guys have told me what I do with the helm of telepathy? I feel
mean,
like I would,
would, yes.
establish. Okay.
Yes, I would.
So,
I
boom,
would make
we
sure.
do have a mental link together, Cedric.
Probably
Excellent.
the first time that you guys drove, right? You would have said something of like, "Hey,
Yeah.
this is what we do."
Yeah. So, all right. What
Which is now,
our-
I think.
Yeah.
Because we basically teleported from, whatever Mordenkainen's place to the river. So this is like the first
Oh,
time
that's
that
right.
we've driven
Yeah.
with Redwick.
Yep, that's true.
So are we stopping to discuss? Fellas?
I mean, up to you guys.
So
Or
you
do we
probably
wanna
want to
just
get some distance between you and the forge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the four of you on.
Is the Wandering Emporium still here? Probably not.
No,
Yeah, that's that
Okay,
little
well-
castle right there.
the Wandering Emporium was encamped at the base of
Mhm.
the volcano, but is no longer there.
Rats. I was gonna say we could stop
I
there.
think we need to go
Yeah,
there.
let's spend another session there. That'll give us a nice reboot. Where do we want to go, guys?
All right, well, I'm
look at
stopping.
Fenari.
Yeah.
Do you have a place that you want to go? I mean, is this that really burn at you to get to your she devil?
At some point or another, I am going there, whether it's with you guys or not.
I guess that's the question. If they decide to go to where X marks the spot, are you going with us, or are
I
you
will
going to
follow
go?
you there. I'll follow you there, but I can't rest on this too much longer.
Chris, real quick, I lost my thieves cant, right?
Yes.
So sooner rather than later for Talona.
Are we
Right,
stopped?
Fenari?
Am I in this conversation, or is this why you're driving?
That's where we're driving. I asked
Okay.
that question.
When I asked Redwick if we should stop, and he said like I don't care or whatever, I would have just stopped. Like, well, if he doesn't care, I'm stopping.
Okay.
As long as we're far enough away from once we get far enough away from the forge.
Would you say like what 20 minutes is enough distance?
A couple clicks.
I
Who
don't know.
knows?
Depends
Yeah.
if there's an imp close by.
It's true.
20,
Quick, throw.
20 minutes of driving would have gotten you far enough away that the sound of the forge and the volcano wouldn't be as distracting.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I had this spell.
All right. So,
Venari has indicated that he, sooner rather than later, would want to deal with Talona. Lulu told me that she would, sooner rather than later, want to go to the Bleeding Citadel. And forgive me, I know there's a third option. I think it's to get that staff of Serene, of
correct.
which there are 3 parts to her,
Yes.
and we are in the possession of the key to one, and one of them itself.
Correct.
Okay.
You got that all figured out there, and that is
It
way over here on
okay.
the edge of the map.
Venari, do you have an idea of where Talona is located at?
Right
Yes.
Okay.
Where? I'm sorry, I missed it. I wasn't looking.
Crypts of the
Down here.
Hellrider.
there. Yeah.
I would say,
Okay.
practically speaking, we do the Bleeding Citadel first because we are closer to this one. Granted, I know the land itself changes a lot down here, but we can conquer this one, obtain a potentially powerful weapon that we can use in the other 2 engagements that we see in our future.
So I just want to get this straight. We're going to go to the place that we told Bell that we're going to.
It's the last thing he would expect.
I mean, it's also possible though. Once we get that sword, that they'll draw Zariel out and like kind of.
Expedite things.
That is a risk. I will not deny that. However, if this thing is as powerful that everybody apparently on this plane wants to destroy it, as Bell informed us, perhaps it would give us an edge in an engagement against Zariel. Maybe not win, but at least escape temporarily.
So again, playing the devil's advocate here. If we take the sword that everyone wants to destroy, and then we go to try to kill the Great Witch, aren't we also inviting a bunch of demons and everything that wants to destroy this to come after us also?
Who's to say, Aru, that some of those demons and devils don't also have a vendetta against Venari's adversary that we might potentially use to cause enough chaos to give us an opening?
And that's a lot of big. That's a great big if.
I know it's a hard ask.
Huge if.
At the same time, I would say a majority of these creatures down here, considering we've survived long enough down here, aren't too much of a challenge for us.
I just got thrown against the wall by Bell.
I said a majority of them, Aru. He is very much a different
An
beast
archfiend.
altogether.
Yeah, and we've had our heads handed to us by the stupid tiger. Okay.
I mean, that was a long time ago.
I'm just saying. I guess I don't care. I'll go to either one of those places.
I do want to put out the option, a fourth option, to go to Mahadi's.
And
we don't know where that is, though.
What would we do there, Zandak?
There's stuff there that we could do. You know,
some more demon occur.
Such as?
Yeah, what?
There's people there we might need to talk to and fix up vehicles or something.
I think he just
I look in the vehicle, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this thing is...
But we only have one now.
Standard.
Yeah, it's brand new. We just got it brand new.
I think it's fine. I mean, and... You know, we haven't heard anything from Bernie in a while, so I think everything's okay for now on her end.
And that's another thing. But potentially, while we're up here, afterwards, we could always do a light recon on this Tiamat group, since they are relatively close there, if we want to see what's going on with that. Just throwing it out there. I know this is tangentially related to our goals, but
And remember, Venari's not. Whatever
yes,
we decide, Venari's
Yeah.
not sticking around. We
You
owe
know-
it to
So-
Venari.
So my vote is Citadel, Crypt of the Hellriders, Staff of Serene. I agree with Redwick on his logic that this sword potentially could be a very powerful tool for us in these upcoming fights. And so,
So there's only
that's,
two-
that's my vote.
What's the third option? The Crypt of the Hellriders.
Yes. I am so sorry, Aru. There is a piece of something that we need that you can't remember. And that's what we need to get.
think of it as the third key to unlock what's causing us to be down here.
A key.
Yes.
Yes.
Do I hear the word key? Can I understand the word key, Chris?
Yep.
All right, key. All right, so we're looking
Yeah.
for a key.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, my
Metaphorical
apologies, Aru. I'm very sorry. So
I'm so, I
Citadel,
apologize. Every time you say something, I can't understand a word you're saying.
I know, and I forgot already. That is on me. But Citadel, Crypt of the Hellriders, key number 2. That
Where's key number 1?
that is the amulet on your neck.
Oh. The key?
Does he see it, or
It's
is
a
it just invisible?
It's a metaphorical
Okay.
key.
He can see that.
Yes, that is the first piece of the puzzle. The second
Oh,
piece,
so it's not a literal key.
correct. It is not a literal key. It is a
Okay.
metaphorical key.
Haru's turning into
Metaphor.
gas.
That's right. He's gone, and somebody's got to replace him.
So that is my proposed vote. But what is everyone else say to this?
Works for me.
I agree. It makes the most logical sense. I would say so. It more comes up to Venari's decision, since you do have a personal stake in your own mission here. Not that we don't all have our own personal reasons for being down here in a way, but
I don't.
We'll go to the Citadel first.
very well. I would say the decision's been made then.
Excellent.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever noticed that.
All right. I make a super awesome maneuver and take off and start driving north.
So before as we're reconvening and getting back into the vehicles and stuff, I'm just gonna go over to Redwick and be like, "You handled that extremely well. Very nice job."
Well, I mean, it's just discussing a plan of action. I don't understand why it would be very difficult.
Have you
It's
met
still pleasant to
Cedric?
see.
You and me both.
I don't know how to behave.
Force of
Okay.
chaos is gone
Right.
in this whole
So-
group, so that's why it goes a lot smoother.
So is Redwick actually like neutral good?
No, I would say he's still more chaotic, but he leans
Okay.
more into the good side of
Side
things.
than the chaotic side? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Chris,
Fair
looking at
enough,
the
fair
map,
enough.
how long would I estimate the travel to be going around up to the Bleeding Citadel?
Roll survival.
I will
Gosh.
cast guidance on
Oh,
Zandak.
I cast
This guy.
Bard.
What
I'm
is
a cleric
happening
now,
here?
guys.
I know.
I give you bardic inspiration too.
That's a 10, right?
Yes, for now.
For now, he says, like it's a bad
You
thing.
said survival, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't get much better than that.
Oh, shit.
Nope.
He rolled 3 1s.
18.
Not awful.
Almost.
Pretty bad.
You're wanting to stay on this side of the river
Yes.
and just drive around. Okay.
Kind of following, like, the river's edge.
But not too close. Not enough to take a drink if we need it.
I'm
There's
guessing
another mirror here. What is that
2.5
mirror?
days.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's the same thing that it was called.
I know.
I don't understand.
Keep in mind though that out of game, keep in mind that the Nether Spire is not something a part of the module.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Why did you put it up there? That would be cool.
2.5 days.
2.5 days. All
Chris
right.
should have changed it to 2.5 weeks.
It's like, listen here, you guys.
You guys we might as well not even play anymore because you're just gonna be traveling the whole time.
Yeah, like I'm done with you.
All right. The callback. Might as well get comfy. Got a couple of day drive.
Very well. I informed Cedric. We're looking at 2.5 days ride to our destination.
Excellent.
Drive.
When you cast that
Guidance?
picnic table.
Oh, Heroes
Heroes
Feast.
Feast.
Yeah. You
I mean,
cast Heroes. How long's that
Picnic
last?
table. I cast picnic table.
I think that's what it needs to be called
It
now.
just makes a picnic table. Nothing else. That's all it does.
But it's made of beef.
It's a place to
It's
rest.
24 hours though, Michael.
It's a 24-hour buff. Yeah.
So do you want to cast that at night before we go to bed? So
I would say that would probably be the best way of doing it.
Okay. By the way, we're not gonna have to do watches anymore, so don't worry about watches.
Oh, that's exciting.
Why?
Hold
I'm
on.
intrigued.
We'll find out.
I'm patiently waiting. This is gonna be fun.
I've got the night watch handled, buddies.
Does
There
that
we
include our
go.
vehicle though?
Yeah, include it, as long as we keep our vehicle close by.
Nice.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
No, you never took watches anyway.
I know. I don't have to try and
No,
sneak
he
out of
took
the
him with gas.
It's true, he did. Because he was Gas' apprentice.
He was.
Yes,
Right.
was. I ain't having it no more.
All right. Anyone want to do anything?
We're driving, so I guess I can't practice archery.
Man,
Just try to
But
get
you can at nights.
I'm not even going to try to attempt to know what time of day you guys were at Bell's. We'll just start over. We'll say that was in the morning.
Okay.
So this is a full day.
Sure.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Um.
Boy, it's been too long. I actually had ideas of things I could do.
I know, right? It's very sad now that we've been gone for so long. It's like there were plans had, and
So, Chris, I will say every time. So I don't think I can do it while we're traveling, even though I am still writing Mooncolor while we're traveling. But every time we rest, like I will be practicing, like to try and become proficient at mounted combat.
Okay. You're not going to just like as you're writing, just like like.
I mean, if that is something that actually like makes sense, but I feel like that's going to slow things down.
what's Mooncolor's riding speed again?
50.
50. So
So
he
it's
is
100
slower.
sprinting. So that's the
100
same.
sprinting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same as us.
Yeah.
That's
so,
why
so
it
he
worked
is,
out so well.
Yeah. But he can only sprint for an hour or something, right?
Yeah, so like we said like it's like a few hours or something, and then we take a break, and then we go for a few more hours. Like that's how our travel time
Okay.
works and everything.
I'd want to talk to Aru
Okay.
Okay.
at some point.
Okay.
That can
I'm gonna just write songs. I guess that's what I'll focus on. I gotta find my song list that I had, but yeah, I'll write songs. Unless I'm talking to someone, obviously.
All right. Redwick and Aru, go for it.
Okay. Aru.
Yeah. What do you want there? Cedric. What's your name? Redwick.
Redwick.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm going to pretend I did not hear that. Anyways,
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
No, it's fine. It's a strange situation for all of us. I understand the confusion.
Yeah, yes,
Um,
exactly. I apologize. I will try better.
okay, that's all I can ask. Um, I guess I have a couple questions, I should say, since I'm still trying to wrap my head around the dynamics we have down here and understand all the relationships we've had and generally each of our purposes for being down here, if you will, and why we've all made the dive and the decision to put ourselves in harm's way. Um, and earlier you said that you don't really have a personal motivation for being down
No,
here,
no, no, no. Just down here helping the guys out.
and part of me just wants to know, how does that make you feel?
Um, I don't know. I guess I'm all right. I mean, it doesn't really affect me either way. I don't remember anything else. This is kind of all I remember is
Hmm.
helping these guys out. I really don't remember much about my life before this time. I guess it has to do with that thing that happened back there with the Nightwalker.
Would you
But
say then
it
it
doesn't hurt.
would you say then it could be a fair assumption to make that your personal reason for being down here you forgot as a result of what happened in that nether spire?
Oh, from what they're telling me, yeah. Though I can't really understand what they're saying. Every time they start talking about it, it's all gobbledygook to me.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's
It's
probably. I'm sure there. I'm not saying that there wasn't a purpose, but I really. All I know is I fought beside these guys for many battles, and they're more than just acquaintances now. They're friend, they're family, and so I'll stick by them as long as they need me,
I
and I'm okay with
I
that.
can
I'm okay with that.
I can respect an honest man's loyalty. That is a rare thing to find. You see, I was stabbed in the back by somebody once, and I did die from that, which is still
I do know
hard to
your
kind of
story.
process.
Do you want to get even with him?
I'm not really one who believes in revenge, if you will. I believe that uh,
Do I
justice.
do I hear this, Chris? Like, am I close
I
enough
mean,
to
we're
hear this?
all
When
we're
you, as
all
soon
in the
as
same.
They
when
would
you
have to
say
be
that,
talking very loudly, um,
oh, okay,
inside. So
okay.
yeah.
When you say that, I start laughing.
I understand your reasoning, Venari, and I can respect that. It's just that my own personal philosophy is justice will eventually catch up to everyone, and I would
What if
say it's
what if you're the one that's supposed to met out the justice?
well, I'm sure in some scenarios that is possible. However, up until very very recently, I did not have any power, I guess, to do so. I mean, I was a simple blacksmith. Well, a good blacksmith. Some might even say a great blacksmith. Uh, but that was it. That was my life. Not much to really use for revenge purposes, and I had no reason to take any revenge on anyone up until
Well,
I was stabbed in the back and died. But
right. That's I guess what I'm asking. Up to that point, your life was at least comfortable. Maybe not happy, but comfortable. You had a wife, you had a job, and you loved doing your job until you were stabbed. Um, and
I would say,
your wife is no longer
sorry,
yours. I mean, don't you want to get back to her?
I would say that is my number one priority. Um, to reunite with her, less so the revenge aspect. Um,
So if you see the man who stabbed you in the back, you're going to just do what?
I won't say I would be happy to see him, but I can't say that I would be willing to spill his blood unnecessarily. As I said, punishment and justice have a way of catching up to people, and I'm sure eventually it'll catch up to him as well. But primarily my focus is to reunite with my wife. That is, I would say that takes precedence over everything. Love is a far more powerful motivator than revenge.
Yeah, I've heard that and sung about that and wrote about that. But revenge has its place. I guess when I'm confused, why did you ask me the question that you asked me then?
I just wanted to know your reasoning for being down here. I have a vague understanding, well, except for Zandak, a vague understanding of everybody else's personal reasons for being down here, except for yours.
I had one, but now it's just I'm seeing this through for my friends.
Yes, and I just wanted to be sure that.
And that means you too. And if
Yes.
at any point you need help, I'm going to be there. At the very least, I'm going to make sure that you get back to your wife.
I do appreciate that. That does mean a lot to me, Aru. And I want you to know that I respect you, and I hope eventually you can regain those memories that you lost to understand your personal reasons for being down here. Because I feel like it would be good for you.
I appreciate that. I hope so too.
Well, good talk.
Yeah.
Benari,
Yeah.
thanks for eavesdropping. Your input is always appreciated.
After he gets what I consider to be well out of earshot, under my breath, I just go, that was so weird. Just shake my head. That was so weird.
Because it's like a complete 180. Complete 180.
It's like I'm talking to a different guy altogether.
As you are.
Redwick the counselor. How do you feel about that?
The stupid lizard would have just calmed my feelings.
Calmed emotions. Like, feel better.
Feel better.
I'm bad in these situations. I'll just cast a spell.
I don't really do well with people.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything for this day of travel? Boom, 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 boom.
How well? I can't remember. How well do I understand, like the tormentor and how it operates and just general machinery down here? I forget where we left off with that.
I believe you are an expert driver.
I do remember that.
Yeah. I know how to drive. I'm good.
I thought I was at least like half decent at the very at understanding how this thing
I'm trying to
worked
remember
at this
because
point.
we talked about this in the last session, but I can't remember in context to what it was. But I would say halfway decent.
Okay. Well, then I want to just, if there's any way I can view like the engine and or just general operation things, I want to at least just take it in and just try and understand it a little bit better.
Okay. All right. If no one has anything else, then we will stop travel for the first day.
Oh, good.
All right. Aru, wow us.
Just a second. Take a short rest. Confirm.
Should I get my player's handbook ready to look at this spell too?
All right, Chris. Do you have my songs up there that I've given you so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so have I given you the Warlord Forged in Avernus?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. So the next song that I give you is called Heart of the Dragon. It's a ballad about a man who's a wizard who can turn into a dragon.
Hmm.
Seems
Sounds
familiar
nice.
somehow.
I also have started. That's an in process song, just like the Warlord Forged in Avernus. And another song that I wrote is "Friend of Gold."
Hmm. Okay.
That's about that's if you can figure out what that's about.
Friend of Lulu,
And
I'm guessing.
friend of gold because
Yeah.
Lulu's, yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
And then um that's what I wrote. And then I sing for a while, since it was already written, a song called Leave Her Johnny Leave Her and We Are Warriors.
Those are two different songs.
Those are two different songs. Yeah, Leave Her Johnny Leave Her. That's a kind
As
of
in
that's an Irish
lever, as in like
leave, Leavher,
okay.
Johnny, Leaveher.
It's like a
Leave
sea
Her Johnny Leave
shanty
Her.
or whatever, right?
It is a no. It is not a sea. It's kind of a sheet. Yeah, it is. It's more of It's a mix, an Irish sea shanty.
Okay.
It's a real song. If you go out there and listen to it, it's a real song. It's out there. It's really cool. It's about basically the song's about um, your ship coming in and hitting dry dock and getting off the ship and enjoying shore leave. Just get off the boat. And then we are the warriors is basically just a motivational song before going into battle.
Okay.
And I've started another one because I still have two more ballads that I'm writing at this time also, but they're really rough, and I might have those done after our next time.
All right. Very good. Would you guys like to bed down?
I would like to practice first. Do I need to roll for that?
Yes.
Okay. Just a D20 animal handling, right?
Yes.
Okay. 14. I have a +1, so there's not a lot that's gonna.
That's why
Numbers
you're
aren't
doing
really
this.
gonna pop off here.
Okay. 14.
I'd like to, even though I'm not going to get any help from anyone because, quite frankly, it hasn't helped much. I'm going to practice shooting the
I'll
bow.
still help you. I'll still help you.
Yeah, I just while you're off riding your horse, I decided to grab the bow and try myself.
And shoot at
Would
you.
you like
Moving,
some?
yeah,
Would
moving
you like
target.
some real help, Aru? Zandak calls over when he sees you carrying the bow away.
I sigh. I go, yeah. Go ahead. Maybe you can help. I'm not very good. It's not anyone but me. But maybe you could get over the hump.
I will go to assist. With my
All right, Chris.
expert skill and dexterity.
Okay.
All right, Chris. What I roll? D20.
Yep. Add dex modifier.
Oh, I've been going to the wrong person the whole time.
Told ya. Jeez.
So
That's
unfair.
my dex modifier.
Shouldn't you have like a plus like 3 on it or something?
I do. 21.
Nice. Aru, you are now proficient.
In
There you go.
in
The
what?
longbow.
Oh, good.
Nice.
In something that is completely unrelated to what you
Yeah.
were doing.
You
You
are
are
now
now-
proficient with a great sword.
How
See,
can I
You've been
add
using
that?
it wrong
Rue,
this
I
whole
told you. I
time.
told you it wasn't that hard. It really wasn't that hard. Just gotta get the right teacher.
Yeah, boy.
That sounds like a total Zandak thing where he just goes up, kind of tries a little bit, and it
Yeah,
just works out.
capitalizes on all of Newander's training, Cedric
Yeah.
helping out. Zandak does it one time, and he's like, "Look how amazing I am."
I mean, that makes sense.
I have no idea how to add that in D&D Beyond, but
I just figured it out. I gotta find it
Okay.
though. It's not hard actually. I'm surprised. Except the longbow's not in here for whatever reason. I got short bow, no longbow.
They're
Oh,
like,
it's
"No,
a
you
martial.
can't."
It's called a martial. That's odd. Why is that a martial and not a simple? All right, but anyways, I've added it. Thank you.
I have no idea.
Who's got the lowest armor class out of all of us?
Venari,
Of an
by far.
What
Yeah.
kind of armor can you wear, if any?
Can he?
None.
Yeah.
I mean, I can, but I don't. I probably don't want to.
Okay.
Then those bracers that you have won't work, right? You can't have armor with those bracers.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
So unless you can get me armor that increases my AC by more than 3,
No,
Which
did
you
you have mage
definitely-
armor?
Well,
Could, but you'd
Well-
have like spell failure, wouldn't you?
yeah.
I'm wondering if, and maybe this is a brainstorming idea more than anything else, if I could potentially make a robe almost to just give you general resistances using those dragon scales and stuff that I have.
A robe? How are you gonna turn that robe
Yeah.
into cloth?
Can you turn it in the scales into thread?
Yeah.
File it down.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying
Or like
I could melt it down.
grind them into
Yeah.
magical powder, and then like
Or just like work them into the cloth of the robe. Like
That's
just
what
sew
I was.
them on.
That's what I was more so thinking. Working the scales into the robe itself.
Like he's got glitter all over him.
Yeah.
call
It'll
me
never
Venari
go.
Sparkles.
It'll never go
Sparkles.
away. It'll
Venari
always be
sparkles.
there, part of you.
There'll be black and red glitter, so I mean, it'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
It's
That is
still
that
glitter.
is true. It is true. I don't know. Is that something that could potentially work, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to pick one and try it. But
That's true. That's true. I would have to pick it and try it.
Yeah,
Zan-
and I don't think it affects your spell casting.
I wouldn't think if it's like
No, what it
not
does is
just
he's not
like
proficient.
plates of.
Right.
No.
But he's not proficient in it, so if you're not proficient in it, you don't get the bonuses.
Well, that's why I was thinking if I just adapt, I'm thinking like just a few scales here and there that would, that might potentially transfer any resistances to Venari. Like I said, I don't know if
Yeah.
it'll work or not.
Yeah, I would go with the glitter bomb.
The glitter bomb.
Yeah,
Okay.
put it on like a glove or something and see if it works on that. Glitter bomb Tworm's hand over there.
I have common clothes, so if you need to test them, you can try those.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll,
Yeah,
just,
there
I'll
you
just
go.
be naked under my robe. It's fine.
I wonder, do I have like no? There's no way I have that kind of stuff in my inventory. Yeah, I'll just take like a couple pieces of cloth just to try and see if I can adapt something. If you got extras or something.
Yeah, I'll give you my shirt or something. I don't.
Okay.
Whatever you need.
Okay.
I forget when it gets
Venari, I
closer.
need your shirt. Here you go.
Done.
And you're casting Hero's Feast tonight, right?
I will. Yes. Like right before we bed down and everything.
Yeah, and before we bed down, I'm gonna cast Lehman's Tiny Hut, and then let me know just before we bed down. Also, we got one more spell I have to cast.
I was gonna also, Aru, talk to you about you remember you had cast like locator spells for the direction of like to try and find that maze. I don't remember what spell it was.
I thought we already cast that.
Find the path.
Find the
Yeah,
path.
find the path. Yeah.
Yes. I was wondering, does it have to be an object, Or can it be a person?
It has to be an object.
Has to be an object. Okay.
You
Did
were
say,
looking
like-
for find
Well,
knee wander.
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, we could do it for the hammer.
No, actually, it's not even.
Knee
It's,
wanders
the
pants.
spell allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific fixed location that you're familiar with on the same plane of existence.
Oh,
So it's only to a location?
how did that work before then?
Because we know the location.
Because I thought we definitely did it to
I
the
thought
staff.
That's the whole point. To find the location.
I think that's what I did was I said the location of the staff.
But we knew the staff was in some kind of like maze thing, right? So he tried to locate the maze thing.
Yeah, he's looking for the maze.
Okay.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
You know, you could always potentially try and describe knee wander to Redwick, and I can scry on him. And the more, like, the better your description, and if I have like an article, that was like something that he used to use or something that can increase
Like a bow.
my like a bow, yes, that could increase my or his modifier on the save that knee wander would have to make.
When I hear you talk about this, I give you a bardic inspiration.
Well, it's not me that rolls. Knee wander ends up rolling at a flat, a minus, or a plus, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
Against Redwick's spell save DC.
Spell DC. So bardic inspiration wouldn't help me here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be amazing if you could use bardic inspiration to increase spell save
Yeah.
DC. That would be crazy.
By the way, casters, what is your spell DC right now? Mine's messed up.
18.
18. And so it's like, do you know what your base? Because it's like plus your modifier,
it's 8,
right?
8 plus your proficiency plus your modifier.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm at 16. Yeah, because my spell DC right now read 164.
No, it's not.
That's correct.
That would be crazy.
If
I
you
was
gave
like-
me that,
What?
then I would be at 20.
8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spell
Oh,
casting,
your
like
modifier.
base, like your not your
Yeah.
So
So
10
it's
plus
8. So it's 13 plus your modifier. Because I think everyone's at plus 5 now, right?
Yeah, we're at plus 5 proficiency and plus 5 on our spells. So that's 10 plus the base of 8, so 18 is your total.
Is the base always 8?
Oh,
Yes.
base of
Yeah.
8. I
Okay.
thought you said base of 10.
No.
Base of 8. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's, that
Okay,
works out.
that's
exactly
good.
right.
That works for me. So mine's 16 then. Perfect. I just looked down at that and I was like, that Chris isn't gonna allow that.
The spell save is 117.
I mean, that's what your
Chris.
sheet says.
Good
So
luck.
sheets don't lie.
It's on the character sheet. I don't tell you.
That's right. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Right.
you. Let's
You want-
see.
Do you want me to try and scry on him?
I mean, you have like questions and stuff we can ask too, right? Like we
Yeah.
can still do that.
Yeah, I can still do
Um,
that.
Because I feel like we should all like. I'm also curious, Chris. What was Newander's first bow's name? Storm.
Dawn Feather.
Dawn Feather. I was way off. Way off.
Storm Rose. Nope.
Storm
not even
Rose.
close.
just two random items. Just smash them together.
Because I kind of feel like it's like maybe we should try and figure out where that's at as well. Or if it's even still here. I don't know. Like I think he lost it. He lost it when he got abducted, right? Like we saw him with it, and then after we got him back, he didn't have it.
I thought Newander
Chris?
told you they took the
That's true.
bow from him.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I can
New
remember what
Orleans not
happened,
here,
like,
so it's
20
kinda like whatever.
I can remember what happened like a million sessions ago, but don't ask me what happened last time because
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can definitely try and scry and see
Okay.
if we can see anything. I think that would be great, and then maybe.
Try and scry also rhymes.
And then like it would be You can you have to scry a person, right? Like you can't scry a thing.
That's actually a good point.
I thought you could scry a location.
Creature. Instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you have seen before as the target of the spell. When you do this, a sensor appears at that location and doesn't move. So I can target a location that I have seen before.
Well,
so that
Gast
is pretty...
had seen the bow, but you have not, so that doesn't really work.
Yep.
Okay.
Would the hammer be easier to describe than Newander?
Well, we have something of Newanders,
that's true.
which helps, right? You said?
Yeah. That helps. That'll give him like a -4 modifier at the very least.
Okay.
If you have a lock of his hair, or part
Chris,
of his
would I have a lock
flesh
of
or
his hair?
something.
No.
That's silly.
We didn't exchange that just in case. Weird.
I mean, you could. I don't know what this is off of. If it's DNA, soul essence or whatnot. But I mean, you are a direct relative, blood relative of him.
I don't know if that matters, but yeah.
I mean, I feel like the modifier then would fall somewhere between -4 and -10 at the very least.
Call on an even -9. And
That's right.
Where'd you get those?
So, up to you if you want to try that. I mean, we could just heal the wound immediately too after you make it. Just boop.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Are we doing that right now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get his old bow, right?
Yes, you get Whisper.
Okay. Whisper.
No,
And then...
it's not being consumed, right? Like you just need it.
No. I just have it. I don't. Yeah, I take it.
Gast
like
takes
takes
a bite out of it, and he's like,
Where'd it go?
Oh,
did I not mention
I
that?
forgot to tell you. Whatever it is, it's gone.
It's gone now.
Cedric just disappears.
That's right.
And they all and there was much rejoicing. Yay!
That's right.
Yay!
Like, well, all right, bye.
What's that?
Right.
What kind of bow is that?
It's a longbow.
Whisper?
Oh boy.
Longbow.
Longbow. What does that do?
That's the one you've been practicing with, man.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Yeah, like you can obviously take it.
No,
I don't see there's
you are
any
not
problem.
allowed to have this
Like
bow.
I don't. It does require attunement, but it lets
That's
you go
fine.
invisible, right?
Yep. And you can even make a concentration check as a bonus action to stay invisible after an attack.
Yeah.
I'm actually considering dropping something, one of my attunes for it.
Can you use a
Of
longbow?
course you are.
It does.
Yeah, I
you
was
don't
gonna
have to
say,
be able to
as-
use it
as-
to be able to use a stealth on it.
As soon as somebody
Oh.
wants it, he's like, well, but I
Exactly.
wanted it first.
I mean,
I
I
wanted
said
it.
I was considering
I wanted
it.
it the whole time. I just didn't want to say anything.
He was considering it because no one was using it. If someone was actually using it, I'm sure he'd be more than happy.
No, I
To let
wanted
them
it first.
use
It's
it.
been in
Well,
my
no, I'm
inventory
just
this whole
thinking.
time.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's been sitting here, no use. Like, this is a really nice item. Someone needs to use this stealth on it. I'm like, I could use that.
Aru, what would you drop?
I don't have to drop a thing.
Well, it
Are
requires
you not
attunement.
maxed on attunement?
No, I'm not a max. I only got 2 things.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
How?
Why don't
How
you?
does this dude who does none of your starting stuff require attunement?
I don't have
Oh,
that much, guys.
That makes sense.
Well, I don't have that
mean-
much. I have all these magic items. That
To
are
be
like,
fair, I'm also only at 2 slots, so
why don't you
You
take
guys,
these?
you guys know there's like spider climb boots, right?
Yeah, I got boots of spider climb in here. I got
Didn't want
the cloak of disguise self.
I can do that myself.
I might actually take those spider climb boots.
Which
now
ones?
that
Do you want the
mention it.
boots or do you want the slippers?
I want the stinking bow and arrow.
I'll take the boots, actually.
I've been saving that spot for something that I really, really want.
Xandex like a
You know you
little-
can swap them out on the
souvenir.
fly,
Yeah,
right?
it takes like a half hour, and then
Like-
then you're good.
Yeah, because the only thing that I'm attuned to is the is
The necklace.
the necklace.
I'll say it for you.
What is it?
Spear.
The necklace, and there's something else.
Your daggers don't need attunement? Those are
No, the
ridiculous
daggers
daggers
didn't.
for not needing attunement.
When's the last time I've used a dagger?
Well, because
It's
we're in
true.
hell, but just because we're in hell doesn't mean that they're not
Chris
awesome
gave him
daggers.
really bad items for Avernus.
Almost
It's
by
just really
design.
funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really funny.
I mean, it worked out perfect, right? Like,
Yeah, you made Michael rage.
Oh, no.
It's really funny to watch at the very least.
I told him when he gave it to me, I go, "This seems OP to me." How wrong I was.
That's right.
And Chris was like,
it'll be fine. You'll be
Okay.
You're like, yes, it is very.
and thus
very
it thus
overpowered.
began the fall of Michael's
Yeah.
sanity.
the Greater Storm gem,
Mm-hmm.
and the necklace.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
So are you officially taking Whisper?
No, you can have it if you want it.
No, I don't want it.
Take the bow. Take the bow.
If I
mean-
wanted it, I would have attuned to it the second I got it.
Okay,
True.
then tell me,
That is how Zandak works.
send it to me so I can add it to my inventory. Then, please. I need to know
I
what it does.
literally have it written down as Whisper because it's all on Newander's thing. Let me go find it. Hold on.
Dave, I'll take the boots of spider climb if you're willing to give them up.
It'll cost you.
It'll cost me.
Oh my word.
I'm kidding.
Better negotiate now with the rogue.
You can have them. I have another pair. It's fine.
Oh, you have two, so it's fine.
Andy already has spider climb from something else, don't you?
Yeah,
Sword,
my
right?
rapier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I
got
get
it.
the bow. I get
Dave, I got
Cedric.
it. I got
What?
it.
You do? Okay. Cool.
You're taking the bow.
He's borrowing the bow
I'm
for
taking it.
scry. For scrying.
I'm not proficient
scrying.
at all.
He's
but
using
I'm
it for the
taking
scrying.
bow.
Oh my
Everyone.
word.
I'm
Wait a minute,
starting
wait a
to
minute,
use
what's
it
it?
in battle.
Everyone wants it now.
Arrows just going everywhere. Okay. So I take the bow. I don't know. Do I hold Cedric's hand while I'm doing this? Like, I don't know what.
Or do you want some of my blood? Like, is that better?
I don't know, Chris. Would you say blood would be a little bit better?
Don't ask me. You guys are. I mean,
Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll take some blood, Cedric. We'll
Okay,
just roll with
I
it.
can just give that for free because I have lay on hands, right? So it's just like
Yeah.
like,
Okay. So I got Cedric's blood. I got Whisper.
Cedric, take 1 point of damage.
I'm gonna heal for 2 points.
Okay.
Because you can't heal less than
I
that.
can't heal less than that.
Chris has found a way to make that very inefficient. Just do 1 point of damage. And I cast Scry on Newander.
Okay. Your save is 18.
Correct. It is what save is this? Wisdom.
So wisdom, right? Yeah.
Yeah. How wise was Newander Zandak before he got the buff from Dorkar?
I feel like Dorkar made him less wise.
That's true. He probably gave him a
Buff.
negative modifier to it.
Yeah.
He failed.
Cool.
So as your scry vision comes into view, you see you are in a you are looking at Newander. Behind him, you can obviously see a wooded area, trees and vines, and just very thick foliage behind him, and he is flanked by 5 demonic looking creatures, and they are all fighting. There are like forest creatures, intish type large things engaged in this battle as Nukar and these 5 demons are kind of clearing a path. Newander has although he has the hammer of Dwarkar flash to his belt, which is glowing. That deep blue glow to it. Newander's eyes, in fact, are glowing that same color. And as he moves, you kind of see these streaks of energy move off and fade away from his eyes as well.
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
He looks very cool.
it does.
Probably an avatar of an evil god now.
Probably.
Well, he's
What-
being possessed by one.
Yeah.
What Newcar is holding, though, is it is a bow, unlike any bow that you've seen before.
Does it
though.
have feathers on it?
It does not have feathers on it. It has, instead of like a top limb and a bottom limb for this bow, it has two of each, and so it kind of comes off like that. And there's two strings that are crisscrossed on it. And as he draws back and fires, although one arrow is released, as soon as it passes the bow, you see 4 projectiles go out.
Oh.
And he is just mowing down people, screaming in rage as he goes, as he's like a man quite literally possessed. As he's jumping and spinning, arrows flying everywhere. And before long, you see him, as you kind of pan with him as you're watching him, approach a figure on the ground. It looks like an old, haggish looking creature. And after just screaming at her, and you hear the old hag woman kind of plead for her life, say, please, I'll give you whatever you want. You see Newcar take the hammer and bring it down, squishing her head. The back portion of her head just squishes against the stone that she was propped up against. Newcar then proceeds to take a dagger and carve out her eyes.
Okay.
Takes
Whoa.
them.
Redwick is
and-
now scarred for life.
That's right. Perfect. This is what I was led to believe what would happen.
Takes those eyes that are dangling with just blood and black viscera all over them, and tuck them into his pouch. And then, as the 5 demons who are with him have kept the rest of the forest creatures at bay, him and his force fight their way back through the forest, and your scry comes to a close.
Brutal.
I'm glad to see the Dwarkar is doing well.
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
I hate your character so much, Oscar. So much.
To be fair, Cedric did encourage the relationship with Talos at the start.
Yes.
This is Cedric's
Okay.
fault. This is
Yet
Cedric's
another
fault.
thing he tried to fix, and everyone else is like, "Oh, it's fine. It's fine." Yeah, how'd that work out for us?
So Redwick, you kind of come back to the present area, a little shaken at the sight that you just witnessed.
Who was I supposed to be watching again?
My brother.
Does that run in your family? What I just saw there?
It's like, is this gonna happen to you?
What did you see?
Hold on.
Did we tell? Did we? I'm guessing we told you the whole situation, right? Maybe not.
I mean, either way, that was pretty rough.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Hold on. I just rolled myself a Constitution saving throw to see if I'll throw up, and I'm gonna throw up.
Okay.
After seeing that.
What you
So
see?
I'm just-
Well,
That's about what we expected.
so
Sorry.
not good.
It's
Rock
it was
Warcar was with them, wasn't he?
sorry. Anybody got some water?
I'll
Thanks.
give you some water.
Okay. Dwarkar is the hammer.
Yes.
Okay.
He is trapped by the hammer.
Okay. And that's because he was the avatar of Tom.
Talos.
Talos.
Tom.
Tom.
Of Tom.
The avatar of Tom. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Tom the Forsaken.
And just
How-
judging by what I saw,
How bad is it?
Talos is not a good guy. Okay.
No, he's the god of tempest. Chaotic
Okay.
destruction.
So, Cedric, you probably want to sit down for this. So I
Is he dead?
saw. Nope, he is not dead. I can assure you, that is the opposite of his state
Okay.
right now. So started off a little weird, but par for the course for everything I've seen down here so far. He's wandering around with these 5 demon-looking guys, and his eyes were blue, have a blue hue, the same as the hammer, and they
Okay.
were engaged in a brawl in a forest. They were fighting off these tree things, and eventually he carved his way up there to this old lady, a hag, I believe, and just smash her head in.
I look at Aru and I'm like, bone brambles? That was trees, right, Chris? That was a forest?
More like a jungle, but yeah.
What did this hag look like
Before or after?
before?
Before. I describe what I assume Red Ruth looks like.
Very good.
And then he takes the hammer, bashes her brains in, and and pulls her eyes out.
I'm like, that's enough.
Surprisingly,
I'm
it was
sorry.
more disgusting than the Nightwalker.
So okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you through that.
It's fine.
Every woman that I get involved with.
You got involved with
Great. Aru's now spiraling.
Hey, Aru, you're back.
No, Red Ruth did take a liking to Aru, if you remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Chris is actually planning it now.
Next,
you-
we're gonna
Anyone-
see him bashing in Mandy's head and taking her eyes.
And then I'll just see out of the corner.
I don't know if I'd
like,
be all upset with that one.
You'd be like, praise Talos.
He might convince me yet.
Now, that's the only one that's going to live. Chris is torturing me with her.
Why?
So
Yeah, Redwick, you would have described her as wearing a dress made of stitched together bones and having strings of infant skulls hang around her neck.
And we would make the connection that we are thinking it's Red Ruth, right?
Yeah. Unless that's a hag thing for Avernus, but
I mean, did
those
what's her
definitely
face?
made an impression on you. No,
Mad
I
Maggie
made an
didn't have
impression
that.
on her.
Maggie did not have that. No.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Made
know
an
what?
impression on her.
Didn't Zandak? No, Zandak got the opportunity to become a warlock with Mad Maggie, right?
because of Mad Maggie dying.
Yeah.
Was that Zandak?
Yeah. No, not Zandak.
I thought it was.
Gast. Gast is the warlord.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I think that
Like,
was Dwarkar.
no, I thought you almost took up her offer to like sell your soul to her.
Oh my, you're talking. Oh my.
Yeah.
The conversations we have with Mad Maggie.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It could have happened,
I don't
but
think.
I don't remember
Okay. I think she offered it up, Dave, and I think you're like, "Oh, I'll consider it." I don't know if it was that close.
that. Gotcha.
Like,
Yeah.
I think she was like trying to get anybody's soul she could, type thing. And
Okay.
it's like, you want power.
Here you go. Anyways, I would say it's a safe assumption that your brother may or may not, probably not, be in control of his actions.
Well, he also doesn't have a soul and can apparently be controlled by demons.
Huh. So you would say he's more of an instrument in their continuing war down here.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
Okay.
If that
And
makes sense.
where does the avatar Dwarkar, the avatar of Talos, fall in that?
He is a part. So, just kind of giving you some detail and catching you up on that is when he died, he was put into the hammer. We're assuming by Talos, and
Okay.
basically became a sentient weapon. As I mean, best description we can probably give with that. Then after we first discovered that Newander not having his soul, because we knew that could be actually controlled by, I think it was a pit fiend. No,
it was that.
It was
that
the Minotaur one, right?
Right. Yeah. I
Chris?
assumed he was a pit fiend. It was a Minotaur.
Something changed in Newander, and then that night he took Dwarkar's hammer and left, and we haven't seen him since. So we don't know if it's a demon control or if Dwarkar was able to dominate him. Like, we don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, that's something else we got to do, guys. We keep talking about all these other things that we need to do, but let's not forget we've got to release New Car from his hold, from the demon's hold on him.
I mean, we know where he's at now.
I mean, at the moment,
we're not even close to there, though.
Well, we could be there right now.
Do we even have a plan to remove the influence of Dwarkar from him?
No, and I'm not saying we need to do it now. I'm just saying we need to remember.
Yeah.
Keep that in our
Oh,
our list.
Don't worry, Aru. I will not be leaving here without my brother.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that was very disturbing, though.
Let's take our 5-minute break.
Michael, did you see my message on?
Yeah, I already have added it. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
And the thing is, you might actually do better with it than I would. I should probably give it back to you.
What?
Because I only got to do 1d8 damage.
I would never shoot it. I specifically would only use it for stealthing.
Well, that's what I was going to use it for. After I saw that all I can do is 1d8 damage. I thought I could do more. How about I give it back to you?
You can stealth with it.
Well, so can you, but I have stealth. I have that invisibility.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I think because I have to give up either my ring of movement or my ring of free action, and I'm thinking the ring of free action because I don't really use it that much.
Yeah, the more I look at it, I thought when Newander had it, he was doing some substantial damage.
It was
and
all
I thought
from
there was something.
That was all from his class.
Right, I see that now.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought. I'm like, oh wow, I can do some damage and stay far away.
Yeah, the only thing that thing does is gets him into stealth, which gets him like sneak attack damage essentially.
Right, exactly, which gives you +6. But you get that sneak attack damage and you'll get more than 1d6. You'll get whatever
Well,
you're at
that
right now.
wouldn't give me anything. The stealthing wouldn't give me anything. That would just give me advantage on my attack to give me a
No, I thought
stealth, to give me a sneak attack on something that I couldn't normally get sneak attack on,
no,
or
no, no.
to prevent something from hitting me, something like that. So it's like
No,
not
sneak attack.
super.
You get. What level are you?
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I get my sneak attack normally. I don't need to be stealth to get sneak attack. I just need to
Oh,
have
I
it.
see.
I need to have advantage on the attack. And normally when someone's flanked, I get advantage on it, so I get it.
Right. I guess what I'm saying is, someone doesn't have to be flanked. You would get it.
Right. That would be the only advantage, which doesn't happen very often. So like that's why I'm
Well,
saying
because you
it's
wait.
yeah, 'cause that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not a big thing to me, but
Yeah.
I wanted it to be used because no one's using it. So
Right. And I would use it, but I would just use it to go invisible, cast a spell, and get out of there. But I already have invisibility spells.
but
One.
it's a free spell.
Okay. I'll keep it if you don't want it. If you want it, you let me know, and I'll be happy to give it back
I
to you.
really only wanted to use it because I felt bad just leaving it sitting there doing nothing.
Okay. I will use it.
Okay.
I definitely will use it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Bye.
Wow.
Scott, when I sent you that message, I actually meant to send that to Dave because he sent me something too, and I'm like, well, at least it works in this context, I guess.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, it worked perfectly. You're like, sweet, because
Yeah.
he did look pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, because he messaged me, he's like, you're now the official owner of the spider climbing boots. I'm like, oh yeah, sweet. And then you sent me back. I'm like, why did he message me? Oh.
That's funny. That's funny. I'm worried. Chris is doing exactly what happened to Newander in the last epic campaign we had with him, turning him into an extremely evil thing that we're going to have to deal with.
Well, to be fair, it's not entirely Newander's fault.
I mean, I would say it's not Newander's fault at all. He doesn't have a soul right now.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, probably not really his fault at all, but still, like, the guy's going to have to live with all of this.
Yeah.
So.
Unless you do a good old modify memory on him and just erase it all.
Yeah.
Replace it with.
Or maybe when he gets his soul back, he just won't remember any of the Avernus stuff.
That's true. You know, we should have taken him. We should have rescued Newander first, and then taken him to the obelisk and have him give up his memories when he was possessed by Dwarkar.
Well, I'm wondering like what Chris's plan is, like where he's planning on that coming to head. Is it gonna be like it could potentially be with the staff, right?
Maybe.
Because that's in demonic hands.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it gonna be like later?
I like the idea that Dwarkar is actually hunting down everybody who might be a potential ally to us and just murdering them before we can get to them.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Because, you know, Red Ruth probably could have actually kind of helped us.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't think she's actually that strong.
No,
like,
I don't think so either. But I'm talking in comparison to like the devil hierarchy. I would say she'd fall in the high low tier ish. So she could at least take some of the fodder guys out for us that we don't have to worry about.
Yeah, I read something on hags not too long after that, and they're not bad.
Yeah, that's their base stats, depending on which type of hag we're talking about.
True.
Because, like, isn't it night hags? Aren't night hags, like, the crazy OP ones?
That's the one I saw.
One of those ones I thought can can move between planes or something like that at will.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure which one that is.
A night hag is a challenge rating of 5.
Okay.
It doesn't seem very high.
No, we're probably...
For us now, no, that's nothing.
Yeah, actually, this was back when we were fighting.
Yeah.
A lot lower things.
We were like level 8?
I think when we started dealing with her, we might have been level like 5 or 6.
No, we were definitely higher than that. I think we were like 8-ish when we were dealing with her. I thought we just leveled up to 9 after that.
It actually might not take very much effort to look this up.
When we start, that's true. That's true.
So
you probably wouldn't. I think you're underestimating how much time we spent going back and forth between Red Roofs to other places, back to there, back here, back to there.
Maybe. I thought we were 5 when we first came down to Avernus, though.
Oh, here we go. I got all the stuff.
Good point. Yeah.
In her, when we were fighting in her, or defending her place. So let's see here. Oh, you're very good, Evan. Level 8.
Yes.
So she was outside of our realm.
This is game knowledge that I was using there, guys. That's what that was.
A good insight check or knowledge roll.
Yep, that's what it was. Like, well, we were fighting this kind of stuff, so we should have been about here.
All right. So when I say as a challenge rating of 5, what kind of party at 5th level? How many people at level 5? Yeah, at 5th level would it take to make it a fair fight but difficult?
A fair but difficult fight. I would say
a couple.
It's almost a challenge rating of 5. Depending on what class you are and what you're going up against, it might be dead. Like, even one person might be dead even, or maybe even 2, maybe even a little easy, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
How you stack up and match up against it. If you're like
Really?
a barbarian, if you're a barbarian up against
Mm-hmm.
a monster that's a long range thing, it's going to be in favor of the monster. But if it's like a close quarters combat type scenario and you're that barbarian, you're probably going to win 9 times out of 10.
When do you guys do your calculation?
Google.
Is there just a Google thing now?
No. I Google
I
some combat encounter calculation and use the first result.
I kind of use like there's that thing on D&D Beyond that's not awful with their encounter challenge ratings and stuff. But I don't know. A lot of my stuff is like on a gut feeling too.
Yeah, that's what I do. I pick what I think is gonna work, and then during the fight, if it's too easy, I just give him more hit points and make him hit more, and like just
So
adjust it as I go.
this says this thing there is calculators out there for 5th edition. One's like Cobalt Fight Club. 2 players level 5 against 1 night hag is a deadly encounter.
A deadly, so that means
Yeah. But if you have 3 players, it becomes just a medium encounter. It drops all the way
3.
from deadly to
But-
hard.
We weren't level 5. We were level 8.
Yeah, we were 8.
Well,
That
yeah,
would've been-
I know.
No, I'm not asking that. I was just trying to
Oh.
figure out for my own.
For us, like a party of 6, it's below easy. Level
Yeah.
6,
But
level 5.
You gotta
first
remember though,
one,
those
level
are
5.
unmodified stats that Chris
Yeah.
hasn't
Yeah.
modified.
Yeah.
And
All right.
at level 8, yeah, it's super low.
I still have some of our hag's blood.
I think I do too.
That's a collector's item now.
It is.
Yeah.
It's-
Does
This
it
is what
lose
I
its
will remember her by.
magical properties now?
Is it just
With a-
blood? Is it just dank, disgusting old blood now? No properties at all.
Look at you, Evan, insulting the blood, although you carried around like 40 gallons of it for half the game.
Different character.
Gas
Yeah.
did. Redwick definitely would not have taken the bath in Titan's blood that Gas chose to.
That's interesting.
All right, Redwick
Choose
is
different.
a little shaken. Probably gonna have some nightmares tonight.
Yep. Super
What else?
excited.
Yeah.
What else are we doing before
I'm-
we bed down?
I'm basically gonna make sure Redwick's okay, and then Cedric is withdrawn for the rest of the evening.
Okay. I will not do anything then.
Do we have
I
questions?
mean, you could like he's not like don't talk to me. He's just like you can see he's very distracted and very sad. Probably would be a good way to put it.
Okay. Then I'll go talk to Cedric. As long as he's not like, go away.
No, he's definitely not that. He's just kind of shut down.
So I guess I'll just come up to you after you walk away for a while. I just wanted to talk to you real quick about Venari. We're trying to decide stuff to do, right? Just wanted to remind like you guys that as soon as we kill this Talona chick or go after her, like he's got no reason to stay with us. Just reminding you. I know he's probably like he's growing on me. I think he's definitely a good guy, but just keep in mind that he's got no reason to stick around after we go for her.
That is a good point, Zandak. But
So maybe before we do that, maybe we should talk to him about what comes post fight.
it's a good idea. That's a good idea. I don't know anything about you losing like your memories of the guild, right? Like I don't think you've talked about that at all.
I mean, you know,
'Cause-
like like I said, what memories I was losing when I lost them. You heard that, right? Like that wasn't something.
I forget what you said. Basically,
Just the
What did
memories
you
of
say?
the guild, like when the guild took me in and stuff.
Oh, when the guild took you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I'm pretty sure all my
Okay.
memories of like, uh, Venari and stuff were all still there, right, Chris? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I still know like who he is and stuff.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, maybe I mean, because you guys do have your time in the guild together, right? Like you have that connection. Maybe you should.
Well, I wouldn't really call that a connection between him and I.
It's
Like,
a business
I
relationship.
knew of him.
Okay.
I never like, did I ever meet him like face to face, Chris?
No, Venari is more of a contractor, so he's
Yeah.
not like
Right. So he's not in the guild.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
That's right. Okay.
But
Okay.
I
Yeah.
say
No. Then.
if someone needs to talk to him, it'd probably be a Rue.
Okay. Yeah. I'll make a point to. I'll make a point
Yeah.
to talk to him at some, when we start to get close to that, see what his plans might be.
Okay. Just thought I'd point that out. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Have fun being somewhat traumatized.
And as I'm walking away, I'll say over my shoulder like, "We'll get him back."
I hope so.
And keep on
Might
walking.
be in a body bag. Get back.
Whatever it takes.
We'll just revive him after, right? He'll only be slightly cold when he comes back. As a general question, does anybody have questions for me to ask tonight?
I feel like I should.
We should. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we just like I had questions and stuff about Newander and stuff, but I think a lot of that's been answered.
Is he murdering things? Yes, I can answer that without a doubt.
Maybe ask what the eyes are for.
Nothing.
would
Yes
have
or
to-
no?
That
Yes
would
or no?
have to
No,
be
it doesn't have to be yes or no.
That would
It'd
have
be
to
a
be
riddle.
the riddle-based answer.
Yeah.
What
So,
eyes? Which
The eyes
eyes?
that he pulled
The
out of
eyes
Red
that he
Ruth.
pulled out of the
Red
hag.
Ruth's eyes.
Oh, got you.
Maybe Bell told him to go get the eyes of Red Ruth.
Of a hag. I need the eyes of a hag before I can help you. He just likes
I wish we
collecting
would have
So
got.
eyes.
I wish we
that-
would have got that quest.
So that
That would've
bow,
been an easier quest.
yeah. So that bow he was wielding is named. I'm pretty sure that's Ezoth.
Yeah. Who's Ezoth?
I think that's the bow.
Is that the bow that he got from what's his
He-
face?
He like Mordenkainen said he came and was looking for something, and he said it was that. He said it wasn't Dawnfeather, it was Ezoth, and so I'm guessing from what you described, that's probably it. So
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
what that means.
Sucks.
I don't know what significance that is, but that's all I got. But all right. So what we have Heroes Feast, and then we have whatever Rue's doing.
I do have a yes or no question if we have an open
Okay.
slot.
I got like 3 open slots,
Cool.
so hit me with anything.
Is Bahamut looking for me or wanting to talk to me?
That's random.
It's not though.
Well, not for you. It is for everyone else.
Everybody else.
Except
Or
for
do you- or
Redwick.
do you-
I talked to Redwick.
Oh,
Redwick
yeah,
and I
that's right,
talked about it.
Redwick.
He's the one that
Specifically
told me.
Redwick.
Yeah, he's the one
Okay.
that told me that it might be Bahamut.
That's right.
I just
That's
watched
right.
the episode, so that's how I remember all this.
Good, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yep.
Which I feel like we don't have to make this clear for Redwick, but if it was Gas, you'd want to specifically say, make sure you ask the question: is Bahamut looking for Zandak? Not is Bahamut looking for me?
It's
You
true.
would ask, is Bahamut looking for me? Oh no, he's not looking for
No.
me, Zandak. I can tell you that much. Anybody else have anything?
Yeah, like I said, I don't think I really have anything.
Okay, because I have a few old questions sitting on here. Granted, I don't think Redwick would remember this, but
Any gloves and magic item questions that we're still waiting for?
Gosh.
I still want those gloves. I mean, they wouldn't be a huge benefit to me right now, but I think they would be awesome to have.
it was good to have. It's one of those. It's nice to have, and maybe I'll use them, maybe not. You'll never
It'd be
know.
more of a using for like RP stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I mean, who doesn't want to be Spider-Man?
They have more
Uh,
questions?
Heroes Feast. I'll send you questions then,
Okay.
Chris. And if nobody else has anything, right? Just making
That's all I
sure.
got for
Okay.
now.
What do I roll for the hit dice again? I already forgot. I closed my book.
Is it just the 10 hit points that we get, or do we get other stuff
Well, you
with it?
get we're immune to fear, advantage on all wisdom saving throws, immune to poison, cured of all diseases.
So
Which our arms are still messed up.
if we're
Yes.
cured of something when we eat it, does that mean we're only cured if we had it at that time? So we're not cured if we like get it while we still have under the effect
I
of
think
it?
so.
We're
yeah.
immune to poisons, and being frightened. That's it. So yeah, I would say if it's a disease and it's not a poison, and you get it after this, then yes.
Okay.
You can still get it.
It's okay. If you get a disease, Dave, you just let me know. I can just cure you on the spot.
Okay.
Well, this one's not nearly as good, guys. We have a whopping 6 temporary hit points.
What?
Wait, what do you roll for this?
2d10.
Oh, wow, you rolled terribly.
I rolled a 5 and a 1.
And you said we also have advantage on wisdom saves, right?
Correct.
All wisdom saves?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good. I don't have that.
Oh, that's your hit point maximum increase. That's not temporary hit points, because that's completely different from
Oh.
temporary hit points. Because you can't regain temporary hit points, but if your hit point maximum increases, you can regain those hit points.
So what does the Hero's Feast give you?
It gave us 6 to plus 6 to our maximum hit points for
Got it.
24
Okay.
hours.
And did we decide we get those health, or are we missing those 6 health?
I mean, it doesn't matter. We're gonna wake
We're
up tomorrow
resting, yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
But I would say we would get that. It
Yeah.
would just be like a straight plus.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a very good spell as if you get it and then you had to heal.
You
to
gotta
get
heal
that.
to get it back.
I mean, it's a 24-hour duration. It's not like it's a one fight thing.
Still.
Aru, what's your what's the new spell?
So I cast the dome of the Love
Shack.
Shack. Do that as a ritual spell.
Okay.
And then after I'm done doing that, wrong one. I cast a 4th level spell.
Ooh.
High roller today.
Yeah, 4th level spell's not high anymore. And I cast a spell.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm
Mm.
with you so far.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
A
sure,
4th
sure.
level spell.
I take out a bone, and I have a piece of thread tied around it. I twinkle, I wiggle it around, then I blow a very small silver whistle, but you don't hear any sound come from it. And then I said, "It's done. We're good to go."
Cool.
Yeah.
I got a guard dog, and I've just summoned the guard dog, and he'll watch for us, and he'll bark.
And we can
If
see him,
anything-
though.
Nope, you can't see him.
No. Is he invisible?
Uh-huh.
So I can see him.
No,
No, with wait,
Nope,
you said you
nope.
have
it's
true
not
sight?
It's not invisible.
Oh, well, you
It's not
said
invisible.
invisible.
It's invisible, but it's not an invisibility spell. The hound is invisible to all creatures except you and cannot be harmed.
But my blind sense says I can see invisible creatures within 10 feet.
There's not a dog there. It's only visible to me. It's a phantom dog.
I don't know. I'd say, Chris, what do you think on that? I mean, I don't really care. I'm just curious as if he's actually physically there,
How the interactions
or
work.
is it more of like a non-corporeal thing?
Um, your ability is what again?
Blind sense? I can see hidden in. Do you want me to look it up? Get the exact text
Yeah.
on it.
What's the spell, Michael,
'Cause
that you're
I don't-
casting
It's
I
again?
don't
called
believe it.
Faithful Hound.
Is that
Faithful
in,
Hound.
is that in the player's handbook, or is that a?
That is in. Oops. That is in PHP.
That is okay.
Interesting.
I don't believe that blind sense is like see invisibility.
No, blind sense is better than see invisibility. Because you can be in the dark. Anything you can sense it.
It says you're aware of location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you. Well, I can't
Okay.
technically see it. I'm aware that it's there and where it's at.
Um,
Faithful Hound.
The hound is on the ethereal plane.
But if he's on a different plane, how can he see on our plane?
Actually, I guess he's in. No, he can see. The hound sees invisible creatures and can see into the ethereal plane. It ignores illusions. Illusions
Oh,
don't
okay.
matter either.
so if it's on the ethereal plane, then no, you cannot sense it. And
Actually, it says that it can see into the ethereal plane. So I guess I summoned it from the ethereal plane to this plane.
okay.
Yeah, so it's a yeah, because it has to be on this plane because it can attack stuff.
Oh,
Right.
it can attack. So it is
Yeah.
physically there. So it's an actual physical like creature taking up a spot. So then I would say
Yes.
that I'm aware of it if I'm within the 10 feet of
Yeah.
it.
I think it's cool that it can't be harmed. Like it can't be
Oh.
attacked.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
it's Warden Kanan's Faithful Hound. No wonder I can't find it. I was
Nice.
searching in F all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
that's not-
Online it
that's-
doesn't say that. It just says
Yeah,
Faithful
mine.
Hound.
Yeah, that's what mine says too. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I was just like, where the heck is he? What is he
Yeah,
talking
it's probably
about?
something
Is it the
similar to
PHB?
Tasha's Hideous Laughter. They renamed it to just Hideous Laughter at some point for some reason.
Yeah, some do. I like Mordecai and Faithful Hound better. So yeah. Anyway, so basically, guys, this is what we have with us right now.
Okay.
We have a dog. We have a dog that is invisible, and it has it can sense any creature, small or large creature, small or larger, anything small or larger. So unless it's less than small, he can sense any creature within 30 feet of it without first speaking that doesn't know the password that I just gave it.
So the problem though
It
is
has
30
the-
feet isn't super far.
We don't need a lot of feet, do we?
Yeah, I mean they can't get to us in the hut.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're in.
But if
hidden.
the vehicle's past 30 feet from the hut,
Then just park it right by the hut.
Okay, right next to the hut. That's what I just said before. The
Yeah, we're
hound
good.
sees invisible creatures and can see into the ethereal plane and ignores illusions. At the start of your turn, my turn, the hound attempts to bite one creature within 5 feet of it that is hostile to you. The hound's attack bonus is equal to your spell casting ability modifier plus your proficiency bonus. On a hit, it deals 4d8 damage, piercing damage.
That's so much.
wow, very nice. How long does that last?
8 hours.
Conveniently long enough for a short or a long rest.
I like it.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's almost
Which
like
is
it's
why I
made
got
for
it.
this.
That's why I picked it up. Basically, it's kind of like the magic spell where you put the thread around the place and it sets off alarms. if we're sleeping.
So it'll only awaken you though, or alarm you, if it sees something.
No, it barks.
It barks
Let's
like
see. It
like out
doesn't
loud.
say that.
Yeah. The way I read it, it sounds like it's a loud bark that we
Yeah.
would
That
all
everyone
hear.
could hear. Yeah, everyone
Okay.
could hear.
Cool.
So yeah. While Michael's first description was lacking, it was very apt in that he has a guard dog.
Michael, what's the password you give this hound?
I have to give that to you too, because if you guys step outside and try to come back in, so the password is
Password.
Hunter 1.
no,
Edmund.
it's a very strong one. It's password 1 exclamation point.
Okay. Got him.
Ah.
Perfect.
No, the password. Truthfully, the password is Red Roof.
Okay. Okay.
Because that applies.
Cool.
Tomorrow
Awesome.
night it's gonna be hashtag no eyeballs.
Yes, that's right.
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, are we good for the night? So no watches.
I'm so sad that you answered unclear to my second question, Chris.
Yeah, I guess no watches. I mean, Redwick can still work on stuff, I suppose.
We can still have watches, but you know what? The other one that can stay up and watch is Lulu.
Lulu and Mooncolor both don't sleep.
Yeah, and they
Mooncolor
They're
lets
useless,
anything.
okay? Like, no
Mooncolor
offense.
is just like,
Like,
oh,
I will die
that's
for
right.
Mooncolor and Lulu, but yeah,
I don't
no.
think
They're
that's
on
a
the
good idea.
They're on the same level of Cedric when it comes to taking watches. So
But again, nothing
Apparently.
can get within 30 feet, but they might be able to see something before it gets 30 feet closer.
Yeah.
Just as an extra bonus.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I think we can technically make our rest time slightly shorter, and we can all rest.
yeah, I would say in more dangerous areas though, it's probably more prudent to
Yeah.
also have somebody else on watch too, just in case.
Why would
Is
rest
that
time
what
be
you
short?
want to do?
Because we don't have to stagger
Yeah.
sleeping anymore.
Because technically,
Well,
everyone
that's not-
needs a full 8
Yeah,
hours.
we
right?
only need to rest for 6 hours right now.
No, long rest is 8
No,
hours.
we still rest. We still rest for 8 hours, but it would really be like 9-ish, right?
Something like
because
that.
we
Yeah,
would be.
there'd have to be a stagger
would-
in there.
Yeah,
Okay, we're good.
it doesn't really matter. An hour
Unless-
in Avernus means nothing.
Yeah.
You need to have, according to the game, you need to have 6 hours where you're sleeping, unless you're an elf, and then 2 hours where you're doing basically nothing.
Oh,
watching.
I see. Okay,
Light
so it doesn't.
activity.
Gotcha. So that
Okay.
I always assume that it's 8 hours of rest.
That's
like
what I always
actual
assume
sleep,
too.
but
No.
that is incorrect. Okay.
So does working on a forge not count as light activity?
I wouldn't call that light
It
activity.
depends. Like, as an expert craftsman, is it light
It's
activity
not a
to
light
me?
activity.
No.
See, but you haven't ever done any working on a forge. You've done like crafting, like
Right.
putting leather
Yeah.
stuff together, which I think is much lighter.
I agree.
I agree too. Right. So
That's good.
watches. Any watches? No watches.
No.
I mean, if it doesn't matter, I guess I'll stay up and work on on grinding down a dragon scale for glitter powder, right? Isn't that what we want? Make a glitter bomb out of this?
Glitter bomb. Yep. Glitter
Oh
bomb.
man. Oh man.
I hope this
So,
works.
yeah, I'll take a black dragon scale to start, and I'll just start grinding it, and see what happens.
Into powder. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Any watches past that? All right.
I don't think so.
Let's see how this goes.
Chris is going, yeah, I'm going to make your life terrible.
Well, I mean, Michael, you cast it, so it has to fail.
That's
I
true.
know it well.
We're
I know
gonna
it
get
well.
ambushed and
I
die.
mean, like you it has to fail. Like,
Right, because Chris doesn't like it when I come up with spells like this. He punishes me.
During the night, Michael, you are awakened by the hound.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, we'd all be awakened.
Or is it specifically Michael? Is it running up and licking
No,
him?
it says
Is
it
it like-
barks loudly.
It
Yeah.
barks loudly. It's you don't know it's there until it starts barking.
Okay, got it. No one else can see it. Got it.
Right.
No, that doesn't happen. Actually, the night passes uneventfully.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
It succeeded.
Michael,
It succeeded.
worked.
That's the
If it-
one. That's the one thing that'll succeed
Actually,
this entire
to be-
campaign.
To be fair, though, actually, it working would be it waking us up, right?
That's
Like
true.
it wouldn't fail. Like the failure would be we wake up and everything's gone.
We're
Yeah.
all dead.
And you're
Yeah.
dead.
We
Yeah, or we never wake up.
We wake up
So
and we're in Avernus, but this time we're dead, and we got turned into soul coins or something.
I
yeah.
love how Chris is like, "Oh, I'm gonna wake up Michael," and then he's like, "No, it wakes everybody up." And he's like, "Oh, never mind."
Notice that, did ya?
If
Yeah,
I
I
can't
noticed
torture
that.
just Michael, then I'm not doing it.
No, nothing happened during the night.
Okay.
Right.
Onward.
Oh, I lost my hit points.
Oh, questions?
There we
Quick
go.
update for everyone. I did ask a few questions last night. I opened up with because I'm mildly intrigued and concerned by this Tiamat thing going on here off to the side. I know it's not a part of our primary objectives, but it was still worth asking.
Depends on who you talk to.
That's true. That's a very true statement. I just generally asked, just threw it out there, what can we do to prevent Tiamat's revival? And the answer I got back is, what must one do to stop an erupting volcano? So it's probably not a good sign.
Nothing.
No, I know the answer to this. I've seen it on Superhero, one of my Saturday morning superhero cartoons.
Okay.
Keep going. I'll look that up.
Okay, you
sounds,
do that.
Sounds to me like it's inevitable at this point.
Yeah. So there's that.
Oops.
Add that to the list, I suppose, if we want to make that our problem.
The list of things that aren't our problem, you mean?
Yeah, potentially, yes. I asked for Zandak. Is Bahamut looking to talk to Zandak? I did not say me, throwing it out there.
Good job.
And
What?
I was surprised by this. The answer is yes. He is looking to talk to you, Zandak, so...
Who is?
Bahamut.
Bahamut.
The dragon guy.
Oh.
So...
Is that why you wanted to go to the Wandering Emporium?
I mean, it's a reason. One of the reasons, yeah.
Well, then you should have just said
You
that.
can always share with the class with those reasons, Zandak.
Yes.
I didn't know if he did or not. That's why I asked, guys. Jeez.
All right. Well, now
We'll just
you
let
know. You know the
Stop
answer is yes.
Okay.
I took a selfish one and I asked if Gwendell is safe, and I got unclear, which is unfortunate for me. So,
What did you
I'm
ask?
not
What was your question again?
if Gwendell is safe.
Ask if she's alive.
Yeah, Gwendell.
I guess I could ask if she's alive. Hopefully, I don't get unclear as an answer for that
I mean,
one. Too.
yeah, like-
Oh, excuse me.
And for Venari, I asked a question for you. I guess it's more for all of us, but specifically for you. I asked, is Talona aware that we're coming to kill her soon? And the answer is yes. So
Crap.
So
Good,
no
good, good,
elements
good.
of surprise on our side for that one, boys.
I guess it's good to know.
That doesn't matter.
I just mean that we won't have to spend like time like as we're going to get her like, all right, how are we gonna try and surprise her, guys? Like, nope, just walk in.
Yep.
So,
That's just not immune to poison.
so yeah, that's the nightly update from me on this, guys.
Wait, sorry, this is out of game. That Furious Feast thing, did you say that gives us immunity to poison?
Yes, it
Oh.
does.
Oh,
Poison
it's good,
and
right?
frightened.
Yes, it does. Yes, that's gonna be huge, isn't it?
that is beautiful. Suddenly, I have a feeling suddenly she's gonna be like the god of fire or something.
That's right.
You shouldn't have
Suddenly
mentioned
lightning.
I didn't even
Yeah, you-
think about that.
Yeah, again, that you're mentioning this in front of ears that shouldn't hear us.
I mean, he would have thought of it anyway. That's like what he does.
Yeah.
No, what would have happened is it would have come up and been like, well, not this poison.
Yeah.
This is
This
godly
is
poison.
divine poison. Like, what are you
Divine
talking about?
poison. Godly poison.
Plot poison.
You have soul
Fuck
protection. All right. Anything else this morning before you guys hit the road?
No.
Yeah.
On the road again.
Yep. Drive,
T
drive, drive.
minus 1.5 days. Anything? Would anyone like to do anything on the drive?
I'm gonna
Cedric,
continue
this question
writing.
is never directed towards you.
It's never directed towards who?
You.
Oh, hey, I can talk with Redwick. Thank you very much.
You could.
That's true. You could.
I am going to make some maneuvers around objects on the road.
So we're all bouncing around in the back.
Yeah. Just like swerving and trying not to like fall asleep because I'm so bored of driving in a straight line.
Now our trip will take 3 days.
Not like
Dave,
I'm not going way out of line. I'm just like, like, oh look, there's a little rock. Swerve around it. Yeah.
You can
You
you can just do a
punt
full spin
into-
right around the road. You're an expert
Do you
driver.
know
You
who-
succeed.
do you know who Bahamut is?
Me?
That dragon?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a dragon.
He's a
He's-
lesser deity. You know that, right?
He's a lesser or a major? I thought he was a major.
I don't
deity.
think he's a major.
Okay.
No, according to this, he's a lesser deity, subservient to the deity Torm.
I was gonna say it.
Okay.
Say it. Say it.
I always thought
You
he
may
was a
not-
major one. 'cause
You may want to change,
No.
your, change your god.
I don't know if I would call it subservient. They're more like they have an
Buddies.
alliance. Yeah, they're like
No.
friends.
I'm
No,
just reading for
that's not-
Forgotten.
That's not how they described it in 5e. Because Torm took over like Ilmater's position in the Triad as the head of the Triad, and then brought Bahamut into the Triad, and so he gave Bahamut that position. So it is
So Bahamut would look at it as like, I'm
Yeah.
like,
he's part of the Triad, but there's 2 lessers and 1 greater in the Triad, and Torm is the greater in the Triad.
Yeah.
The more you
Which is really
know.
weird because it like all the like for years and years and years, like 2nd edition, 3rd edition, like Torm was just like a lesser deity, and now he's like souped up and like supercharged. It's kind of fun.
the
For
guy.
Cedric.
Yeah, yeah.
Only Cedric.
Besides that,
interesting.
anyone else want to do anything?
I'm going
Um,
to meditate.
Okay.
on basically how I'm going to kill Talona.
Good thoughts. Happy thoughts.
Okay. Okay.
I'm actually gonna swap out the Helm of Telepathy for the Helm of the Gods for a bit. And
So it's just like Redwick, 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 Redwick.
I'll put the helm on if he's gonna take it off.
you'll put the helm on.
Yeah.
It requires attunement. I
Oh,
will
it
let
does?
you know that.
Oh, screw that.
Yes.
Cedric can yell. I'll hear him.
Yeah.
Are you gonna at least tell me that?
Yeah, Redwick would definitely do that. Gas
Okay.
would just be like, boop. Okay, we're putting
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one
yeah.
on now.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, not ill matter. Tier. That's who died, and that's whose position he took. Nobody cares. Let's move on. Sorry.
Nope.
I'm just kind of, I'm wearing it, and I'm just kind of focusing on my wife, obviously, and all the strange things that have happened to me since I died, and just wondering, why did you pick me? What happened? I was never given any power before. What changed? So yeah,
Okay.
that's just kind of what I'm contemplating.
All right. Anyone else?
Like I said, playing some songs, writing some songs.
Just having the normal daily conversations with Mooncolor.
And nobody else.
Nobody else. I would say today's topic of discussion, Chris, would be Knee Wander. That's probably what we'd be talking about today. Just so you know. It's a little more focused than usual.
Redwick, as you are sitting there concentrating and meditating, with that thought in your mind of why, why me, how did this happen? Um, the uh, the the normal droning on of the tormentor, um, and it's just thrumming sound in your ears is replaced by you start to hear a rhythm to it, um, and before long that rhythm gives way to some very sharp uh, pinging sounds that would be very familiar to Redwick of hammer on anvil, just kind of um, joining in to the rhythm that you've picked up on within the tormentor. And although there are no words that accompany the sounds, it is soothing. It's soothing to um, just kind of gain that I don't know, rhythm of your soul kind of being drawn out and your worry and stress. But that ends sharply as Zandak, you spot out in the distance. In front of you, looks like a gathering of tents and vehicles surrounding tents.
Perfect.
Oh no!
We
I
found
if we're not heading directly at them, I like slowly move us to head directly at them so no one notices.
You guys are on this very narrow corridor here, right? And so there's not really much else for you to go.
Perfect.
So we're forced to go there, and
It's
Xandak.
like,
Well, I'm just making sure that we're
right
pointed directly at it.
And you are.
Okay. Well, guys, looks like we found Mahadi. That wasn't too hard.
And that's what Redwick. That's what you're woken up to. Looks like we found Mahadi. Huh?
Oh, Which one's Mahadi?
You have no idea. Yeah.
Go in here and cast lots of magic.
It's the Wandering Emporium. Oh, right. Yeah, you've never been there before. So
No. Have we talked about this place before?
I yell over to Venari. Venari, found the Wandering Emporium.
Okay.
You lost your buddy for exploring.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. Redwood could always have a sense of adventure.
No.
Yeah, but he's not an idiot.
I know.
So
Very
He's
true.
not nearly as adventurous as Gas would be.
No, the word was idiot.
Back at Mahadi's.
Are we changing the episode title? Back at Mahadi's?
No, he's just preparing the next 4 episode titles.
Aru, do you have any response to?
I was gonna tell Aru, but I didn't want to tell Aru.
So I take the poison dagger. I stick it.
and you say, revive me when we're out of
It hasn't been
here.
useful yet, but I'm gonna make it useful.
You're immune to
yeah.
poison, though. So.
Yeah.
I know. I shot myself and I go, my roll of what D4 is all I get.
Keep doing it over. It's the slowest, painful death ever.
It would take me a while. It would take me over 20.
A coup de grace thing, though.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
that is true.
Anyways, I just groan. Inside, I groan. And a little bit of it might have came out of my mouth also.
Just a little?
Just a little. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it down. But yeah, I probably went. Inside, I was screaming, but outside, I just went.
Sounds like we've been here a lot.
Yeah, this
I
is
guess
bad.
that's good.
This is a bad place.
Dave, did you change course to get to it? Or was there no need for that? I'm just wondering if I'm like, oh, we changed course, and I like look up. Or
I
if I'm
would have
completely oblivious.
so minutely changed to face directly at it that you would have noticed.
Okay,
Really?
that's fair.
You
That's fair.
unexpert driver.
Your
Yeah.
perception would not have been able to pick up on the.
Yeah, well,
the
I mean,
subtle
a small change like moon color probably just did it naturally.
Exactly.
Because I'm not really like having to drive and steer. It's moon color.
Yeah.
Because like
So
I
unless
don't even
Moon-
actually have to look where I'm going because
Sure,
like-
you could be texting on your phone the whole
I
time
could
you're
be.
riding.
like I don't need to drive the unicorn.
Yeah, so unless Moonclair was all like, why did we just alter our course by 1/10 of a degree?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, I mean, unless anything happens between then and the next 10 minutes that takes you to get to Mahadi's, you're back in the parking lot of the Wandering Emporium.
It's like we never left, guys.
Yeah. Wow.
Mahadi's gonna start hating us. He's like, how does this keep happening?
Doesn't he already hate us in a way?
I mean, but even more so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think I'm neutral with him.
Yeah. I think he's actually becoming more okay with Cedric too. Like
I
we
just try
kinda,
and steer clear of him.
crawled back.
I would say he's probably indifferent to Zandak and, well, Gast. He doesn't really know Redwick, and he probably hates Aru.
Yeah, I think Aru's the only one that has an issue with Mahadi. Or Mahadi has an issue with.
I think it might be mutual. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it might be mutual.
Are you coming in this time, Aru?
Nope. Don't have anything to lose anything in there. I'll stay out with the vehicle.
So, walk me through this. What is this place?
It's the Wandering Emporium.
It's
There's
a bunch
there's-
of shops.
Oh, okay.
If
Are we
there's
gonna
books
gather
in-
up?
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask for gathering supplies.
Yeah, we could gather
Like that.
supplies here.
I think the only thing that
option.
needs to happen here is well, Zandak should probably talk to Bernie.
Exploration. Yeah, that too.
Other than
And-
that,
Remind me, how much did you guys tell me about Bernie? Everything, or just be like, yeah, Bernie is a dragon?
I would have
mean-
told you everything. I mean, you
Okay.
literally asked about Tiamat. That's directly connected. So if
Okay.
Redwick knows about the Tiamat situation, Redwick knows about Bernie.
Dendek would
Okay,
have said the
fair
second
enough.
one.
Okay, cool. So I know she's a dragon and involved with Tiamat in some way. So yes, I would probably want to go speak to her to inform her of the information. I guess I have. Granted, I'm sure she has the same information that I do, if not more.
Go introduce yourself to the forgers, whatever those are
I
called.
haven't already.
I mean,
Not in your
Gast
current
has.
state.
Huh. And what was my relationship before with them?
Good.
You school them in forging knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely embarrass them for sure.
So
Showed
they
them
probably don't like me then.
No, you're like a mentor to them.
Superstar.
And it's
An
just on
idol.
forging, or specifically about, I point to the tormentor, about these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
'cause-
all pretty much centered around the tormentors.
Okay. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not nearly as much of an expert as Gast was, I'm sure.
I'm sure you can figure it out.
I mean, I'm not doubting that either, but I don't know if are they smart enough to notice that? That's mainly what I'm asking.
Have they? I don't remember. Have they seen you as a dwarf?
I don't think so.
Did that happen after?
Yeah, they have. Was I a dwarf when we bought the new one?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
That's right.
You
Because
were a
then we
dwarf.
died after
You
that.
became a dwarf at Bell's.
Oh
We have
yeah,
not been
right
back
after
to
we
the
left
Wandering
here. Yep.
Emporium.
Perfect. So
until
they have
Bell.
no idea.
Yeah.
They have
Nope.
no clue.
They have no idea. They would not recognize the name. They'll actually just be happier because Gast isn't here, and now you're just Red.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
So maybe not. I forgot that they haven't seen you as a dwarf yet.
So nobody here has seen me as I am now.
No.
Nope.
Perfect. No expectations. That's exactly how I like it.
All right. Parking lot. Who's going in? Where you going?
I'm going in.
I'll go in.
I want to go in and just see if any of the shops are different. And if
Okay.
they're
Of course
not,
they are.
if they're not, then I'm coming right back out.
I was in Fenari. Did you see any books about healing or medicine? Could you pick a couple up for me? Last time I sent them in, they came out with.
If
a
it's
different
if it's that same library,
Absolutely.
we're not going in.
It's the. Wait, was Venari ever in that one? I don't think he was, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure he
who was
was.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, because I went back in. Remember, I got glitter bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You did. The glitter ball is a theme.
Yeah, that was foreshadowing.
Didn't even know it.
That's
All right,
hilarious.
Chris is that good of a DM, guys.
As you guys, I knew these things would be ground down into glitter one of these days. You have the old standbys, the Infernal Rapture, Firestake Forge, Bernie the Barber, From Here to Avernus, Icar's Away,
Ooh.
Zenith's Larva Farm, and
That's new.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay.
I've been there. It was boring.
the only other tent, and it's one you haven't seen yet, is Mock Tao's Mercantile.
That's where I'm going. Wait, what was the second one that you said?
Firesnake
Forge,
Forge.
What was the one before that?
The Infernal Rapture.
Oh.
Infernal Rapture. You're really testing my memory here, Dave.
I thought you read them off a list.
Was the bookstore one of them?
I did, but then I I flipped the page back because
And the fourth one?
I was done. The fourth
I'm
one,
kidding.
From Here to Avernus.
Is that the bookstore?
No.
No.
No,
Here to Avernus
bookstore's
is
not there.
the letter one, message
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Well, yeah, then I'll
Yeah,
go with.
bookstores-
I would go with Zandak to the new place.
Okay, Cedric, where are you going?
I'll just go say hi to Bernie.
I call over as we
Yeah.
were walking. I call over Redwick. Redwick, you coming?
New place or mission? Hard choice. I'm going with Cedric.
Okay.
Is that the mission?
Sandak's like, come on.
You're like, Xandak's like, you're really different.
You're weird.
Gast would go. Gast would go with me.
Gas was better than you, Redwig.
Who we doing
All right.
first?
You guys walk over to Mokdow's Mercantile. And inside, so the tent is kind of this lime green color to it. And as you walk in, it's got this kind of general store type feel to it. Lots of short aisles throughout. And you're greeted with this very heavy, strong stench as you walk in. I need both of you guys to roll Constitution saves.
Stench as in like BO stench?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20.
Not BO, more like rotting carcass.
Oh, okay.
Venari.
Oh,
Natural 20.
natural 20.
Look at
Nice.
What?
Simultaneous 20s.
So you walk in, you guys both walk in and kind of, and just, okay.
Yeah. Grow some hair on my chest. And...
Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions.
It's like, nothing I haven't
here.
smelled before.
Yeah. I've been,
You know
been
how
in
long
Avernus
we've
for a
been down
month,
here?
guy. Yeah. As you guys walk in, you're first greeted with the smell, and it's just kind of, ooh, that's bad. Anyways, moving on. You see on all of the shelves these like large glass jars full of all different types of candy. On the ground, you see barrels again. Like, you ever been into Nebraska, guys? You know, Super Saver has those like bins that are just like full of
yeah.
Jolly Ranchers and,
Okay.
and stuff like that. But those they're like barrel, like they're like casks. But coating everything, not completely, but just here and there, you see this kind of red ooze that's been kind of just like scraped alongside some of the barrels and some of the jars.
On the inside of them?
On the candy?
No, on the outside.
Oh.
Okay.
Not on the candy, on the outside of the jars.
Are we
in
talking
the
like
barrels.
actual candy or just like what? Like wood?
fancy
So
candy.
not like Snickers and Butterfinger and stuff like that, but it would be so like rock candies, like chewy type
So human
of
candy.
yeah.
Okay. Well. How many soul coins do I got?
Lollipops.
So Xandak's gonna spend all of our money on these.
I'll take one of everything.
We won't be able to get to where we want to go.
All right, so that's what you guys see as you walk in.
Are there people
There's
here?
no-
There is
I
a
was gonna
counter at
say.
the far end. There's a counter at the far end of the building tent /tent. But there's no one behind it.
Is there like a bell? Or something?
There's no bell.
I'm gonna just yell out, hello?
You hear from behind the counter. There's a door, like a back room type area, and you hear this kind of really slurred speech, almost watery. Say, "I'm coming." Then you hear this kind of sound, It's like a sucking sound coming from behind it, and then from the double doors out pops this gelatinous cube.
Okay.
Nice.
They can talk.
Um, Inside of the gelatinous cube, you see a a rotted corpse. It's pretty much at this point just skeleton. But what the this body at one time was wearing was a robe of pretty. It looks silkish, pretty decent robe, and Venari, you would recognize a um. There's a it's like a band that you would wear around your head as a magical item, in that this skull was wearing.
Huh.
You can roll, Avanar. You can roll Arcana if
Would I recognize the?
you see it, but it's just, I mean,
21.
another band,
Okay.
headband type looking thing. Um, it would be that is a headband, basically like a headband of intelligence.
Okay.
Assuming those require 2 minutes.
You did you ask Renari that?
Venari hasn't told me that. That
Yeah,
this
I
thing is magic.
know. And he says, "What can I help you with?"
You got a lot of candy here.
Yes,
Do you make the candy?
I sell.
Cool. What kind of price we looking at here?
What are you looking
Candy.
Never good, guys. It's just
for?
never good.
Which candy?
I mean, they all look really good.
Yes,
Are there different prices for them?
perhaps.
Okay. I, what do they do? Are they just candy or they do something additional than just consumption?
Depend.
Yeah, not helpful. All right. I point at a barrel. What do these do?
Try a sample.
Not what
Oh,
I asked.
no, no. Oh, why do we keep coming back here?
For moments like these.
Why does this keep happening?
We haven't done anything yet. It's fine.
It's not going to hurt. Take a bite.
I I don't. I just want to know what it does.
Some can be quite bitter. Or what's the word? Painful.
When he says
But
painful, I look back at Venari, raise my eyebrows, like,
I'm leaning on one of the shelves, just watching this happen.
but then they turn sweet.
Away.
I look back at Venari. What do you think, Venari?
think you should eat the candy or get out of the way.
I step out of the way.
No.
All right. I walk up to the counter. Looks like the man in your center didn't fare so well.
Do you have too much candy?
A gift offered and a gift received.
What was received and by who to offer up someone else's life?
It was the day I woke up.
Would I know of these cubes? Like, do they typically not talk?
They typically have an intelligence of 1.
Oh, okay.
So no.
So unable to talk, unable to comprehend, unable
Oh, I'm starting. I think
form.
I'm starting to put it together a little bit now. It is quite a rare gift to meet a creature such as yourself that's able to think and run a store.
Fascinating specimen, some have called me.
How long have you been doing this?
2 years? 200 years.
Okay.
Time does
Or-
seem to blend together down here.
To tell. Candy?
I'm more interested in that circlet on that skull inside of your stomach. I'd very much like to see it.
Not for sale.
Well, you said you made trades before, so what would you take for a trade?
Some greater form of sentience, perhaps?
It's sentient. It's sentient. It's sentient, guys. Walk away. Walk away.
Candy?
I
I
just
go up.
walk away.
I go up to the cube, and I say like, so it sounds like my friend here really wants that necklace. Like, would you be willing to maybe like go for a couple soul coins with a panache, little panache on the side on that?
Ooh, yeah.
Or you said necklace, you meant headband?
The headband, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Panache.
This is the skill that always throws Chris for a loop every
know.
time.
What?
I have to look it up. Persuasion versus insight. So his insight.
I'm sure his wisdom score is very high.
That's what I'm hoping for.
With the stat block, I'm sure they provided this guy with.
Guessing he has one very high stat, and then the rest is
nice.
relatively low.
17.
Well, the rest is just like a gelatinous cube.
Agree, he wants it bad, but it is my life.
Would you trade your life for these 3 soul coins?
In
How about-
addition to the coins, I can also provide you a stick that will give you untold power.
I love how that started, Oscar.
I give you
with,
this
with
stick.
those soul coins, we also have this stick. So it's a pretty good deal.
Fresh from the prime material plane.
Well, I'm thinking he's already panache, so this should just
Well, he's panache to me.
It's pronounced as Zandak.
Oh,
So he's like, so essentially, like I'm like his best friend right now,
yeah.
and
But
you're
you
still
can
just
still offer him the stick.
Yeah, I mean, I am. I'm offering him the stick. I did it, so
yeah. Like my friend here would even throw in a stick on the top of it.
I pull out my wand of the war mage and kind of make it look like Vanna White it, you know, like.
Still requires sentience.
Tell you what. How about I throw final offer here? How about I throw in a talking book?
That's
Chris
terrible.
is like,
That's
Chris
terrible.
is like, what? Oh crap!
It's sentient.
It is sentient.
we let me see the book.
Um,
It's in my bag of holding.
yeah,
Of course it is.
of course it is.
You can run at like the speed of light
It's
to
true.
get
Actually,
me.
yeah. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna go take off. Can
Okay.
You
But
might
are
actually
you
be.
staying
Yep.
in Mocktown?
I'm using my necklace
Alright.
of Quicksilver too, to double my movement speed.
So he's literally just like zoom, zoom.
He might.
What does that
he
put
might,
you at? Like 300 almost?
I don't know, something ridiculous. It's only one
He
round for that
might-
movement speed, but
He might catch up. He might get to us before Cedric and I even walk into the tent for Bernie.
Yeah.
I'm also just gonna take it. If they don't notice me coming, I'm just gonna
Just
Sleight of
gonna-
Reach
hand.
in and-
Are you gonna literally do like a stealth check, sleight of hand?
just
Yeah.
zoom,
Like,
drive by,
okay.
steal.
Yep. I don't want to have to sit there and talk about it.
Okay. Zandak, as you are just like
oh.
flash the flash Venari doesn't count. It's a magic item. He's not casting them.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was happening there.
No.
I thought you were gonna say Mahadi was just gonna like clothesline him as he goes by. Just like,
Oh, that'd be
That would be
awful.
perfect. That would be pretty good.
You see Cedric and Redwick just kind of break the entrance into Bernie. So stealth, sleight of hand check.
Okay.
If that's what you're doing.
Got to beat my past perception of 20, which I'm sure you can do.
Oh man, that was awful. So really? I rolled a 1, so I had to re-roll because I'm halfling. Rolled a 2. Cool.
Oh,
So
There's a chance I
stealth
could catch
check.
him.
Stealth check is 25.
Never mind.
Sleight of hand is that's pretty good. Sleight of hand is 28.
Okay, nope, I had no idea.
Okay. Yep. You make it out scot free.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
The It's Alive book is gone.
That's actually probably for the best for her because Redwick didn't even know that exists.
Not really.
And no one else is gonna ask for it. Like
Yeah.
Gas might have
Meanwhile-
remembered at some point, but no one else is gonna ask for it.
While Zandak was gone, I asked the cube why it sells candy.
You ask the question and he's back.
Yeah.
So why do you?
why do you sell candy? Oh, that's kind of a long story. Okay, Zandak, you're back.
Presenting the book.
Demonstrate sentience.
What do you say?
I think.
Can you straight the
Demonstrate its
sentience?
Oh, I don't know how. I look back at Venari.
Hello.
I think you open it. I think I just opened it. You definitely saw me use it before.
I'm gonna put it down on the counter and then like open it up.
Well, well, well. I thought you could get rid of me, do you? Well, look who's back. And man, have I got some horrible stories to tell you. I hope you're settled in.
I reach up
Story
and close
number
the book.
one.
I close the book.
Story number one.
I honestly, like, Oscar doesn't remember what this book does, so
I
just
don't
let
really
him-
either remember what
This
it
was
does.
that.
All you need to remember is it is just a sad, pathetic life that will literally suck the will to live out of anybody.
I
Cedric
remember.
tried to
It
talk to it.
literally,
Yeah.
yeah. Cedric
I-
tried a whole day talking to it to like reason with it and like help it, and he literally like what happened last night where he was like, "Oh, I'm sad," like 10 times worse. He was just
I
like
remember.
no engaging. He's like, "I just go to bed."
I remember that. I remember Gast knew what this book was about. It was like, Cedric, I think you should really try talking to this book.
Yeah.
All right.
Ultimate prank. That's what that was.
Ability to tell stories requires a high level of intelligence.
Of course. Pretty high.
Multiple stories at that. He starts pacing, and it's like, and it's just like he doesn't turn around because it's a cube, right? So he just like moves this way and then moves that way
Just jiggles
behind
side to side.
behind the counter.
Look over at Venari and kind of raise an eyebrow like, huh? Huh? We may got this.
Dash.
If you think it would upgrade my state and intelligence, then
I mean, it's
let's
got
just
numerous
take your
stories
word
in it.
for it.
You can learn everything from stories.
Yes.
In fact, we have a bard that you can have. He's out there in the parking lot.
He can replace that skeleton in here. He's got a little more meat on his bones.
Wow.
Offer this magic, whatever the heck it is.
He's had stories.
Feed me the book, and you may retrieve the headband.
I gonna. Here you go, Venari. It's your
Give
headband.
it to
pick-
Venari.
I pick up the book and just kind of like toss it at him because I imagine it's just gonna be like. I would imagine. I don't know how these things
It
work.
just sits there. It just slowly sinks in.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So you just push the book into the gelatinous cube.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
like while my hand's there, I try to go get the circlet because I want to get that out before he realizes what a terrible
Okay.
mistake he's made.
Meanwhile, back at the machine, I get a shiver down my back. I think something's not going right.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
I just get sucked into the cube, just like.
All right. Hold on.
They totally prepared for this, the module too.
When in his stat block it mentions if creature suffers the consequences of
Death.
this. All right. So you push it in, and it's the gelatin just kind of engulfs and pulls in the book. And you said that while you're doing that, you're going to reach for
Because
the
he said
circlet.
you can retrieve the circlet, so that I
Yeah.
took that as like I can just go ahead and grab it.
I need you
Agreed.
to make a
Wisdom saving throw.
No, Constitution save.
19.
Okay.
Nice.
Besides charisma, that's my highest one.
Nice.
Very good. All right. Take 10 points of acid damage.
I can deal with
Fixable.
that.
That's fixable.
Yeah, I can deal with that for. Also,
bad we
you
got-
lose your arm.
Too bad we got the two
So
squishiest
you
people right there.
plunge your arm into this gelatinous cube, and you just feel this searing of your skin all around you, or all around your arm.
Yeah.
That is, and you grab hold of that circlet, and now you're trying to retract your arm. I need you to roll a strength check.
Oh no, that's bad.
If he has any issues with it, can I help him? Or do I have to wait until he has issues with it to help him?
Ooh, 19.
Oh.
That's just straight 19.
No
There's
modifier or anything.
No
right?
modifier for that.
Oh, you're able to retrieve it. You just you pull it out of the gelatinous cube.
Nice.
Awesome.
And you kind of see this the cube starts to like vibrate and jiggle all around it. And as you see this book slowly get kind of forced open within the cube.
This thing's just gonna die.
Well. And it just kind of pauses. You've just created a boss.
And in 5 episodes, it's like Avernus is an upheaval as Zariel has been defeated,
Swallowed by,
ruled by the
giant cube named Karen.
Karen has to speak to the manager and could not be denied.
The cube just kind of pauses after that, and now a much more feminine voice says much more clearly, "Some candy today, gentlemen?"
An
Win-win.
upgrade.
It is an upgrade, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, because I thought the thing was going to go emo on us.
Right.
That's-
What's your name?
My name.
Did you ask its name beforehand?
Well,
No.
someone knew it.
The book's name.
Somewhere in the world knew what this thing was called.
My name is Mokti.
That was not her name.
Do you remember what her name was?
Not
doesn't-
exactly, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar to me
Isn't
either.
that the shop we're in? Is that what it was? Mokti's Mercantile or something?
Oh, it was Moktau.
This is like the feminine
The name. I
version.
mean,
E
you can
is the
read the name
feminine.
on the book. It's written on the cover of the book. It's Sandy Sanderson.
Oh,
That's
that's
what it
right.
was, right, yep. Okay, so hi. How's that book treating you?
Very well, thank you very much.
Good. Can I ask what these candies do now?
Do I remember? They were made so long ago. I believe they possess within them random, what would you call it? Effect?
Is it
At the cost, of course, of a portion of your life.
a permanent cost of life?
Or can I
not a
sleep Can I
library.
sleep it off?
Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. Do we have a test subject nearby?
Yeah, we got this bard in the parking lot.
Arur got you some licorice.
Just trying to cheer you up, buddy.
It supposedly has healing powers. You did want some medicine.
That's right. We got him.
Does each candy have a different thing to it, or does each specific one have its own general? Like, does each one of the barrels of candy do something different, or are they all random everywhere?
All random. It depends on your preference and taste of candy.
That's.
Try one. They are quite delicious.
Oh, I'm sure they look delicious. I don't think I am willing to risk part of my life for a candy, though.
Try one.
I mean, if you could give me a little bit more like specifics on what it did, maybe I
Come
would.
on. Come on. Just try one.
This is the pushy side of the book now.
You want the warranty. You really do want the warranty.
Venari, you want to try one?
I just kind of look at you, Zandak, and then I just turn and walk out.
With the circle in hand, right? Or whatever.
Absolutely.
Whatever. Okay.
So I'll
And
go
you're
with that's a no.
Partially seared off arm, but it's fine.
He's thinking about it.
That arm, like, first I had like the burns from Talona, and then I got stabbed through with those things in the dungeon, and now I got friggin' acid burn. Like, this arm could tell as many stories as that book.
We need regeneration on that arm.
So I
Except
guess
it
then,
wouldn't help
as
with the holes.
Venari walks out, I'll kind of start following and be like, well, if we can't get exact specifics on what it does, I'm not really willing to
Try
do
one.
that.
Come on. Try one. Try one.
We
And-
made it worse.
And
We made it worse.
when it does that, I'm gonna like run after Venari.
Don't leave me. I'm scared.
The legs going.
So Venari, cool headband, right?
Yeah, I appreciate your help.
What's it do?
Well,
The only one who can answer that is me, isn't it?
well, wait, I know. I mean, Chris told me I was able to see, like, I knew what it was.
Yeah, the
But like
circlet
the
of
specific
intelligence.
magic effects, right?
Yeah.
You could try Arcana. Maybe Chris will give it to you if you want.
Yeah. Am I able, now that I have it in my hand, am I able to study it more closely?
I mean, you rolled so high. You feel like you are pretty certain that this is a headband, a circlet, whatever you want to call it, of intellect.
Okay.
Does it fit? Put it on.
I believe it does. Does that require
Did you know?
attunement?
I mean, if it is that,
It does require attunement.
Oh,
if
darn
it is that, it requires attunement.
Yeah.
What's it set your intelligence to?
19.
Holy crap.
Not bad.
That'd be pretty good. Except none of us use intelligence as any base stats.
I just want it, though.
Just to have it.
Yeah, I just feel like
It'd
I
be
feel
good
like
for
Venari-
Arcana checks.
Yeah,
I'm
Venari
gonna
should have,
straight up say that circlet thing is way more useful than that book ever would have been. So
Yeah.
I think we made off pretty good with that.
I don't want to get, like, I have 2 things that add to my AC, and then 1 thing that gives things disadvantage against me if they attack. And
I
feel
will
like
say I'll make
need
a
all
case.
of that.
I'll make a case for myself where a lot of these tinkering stuff require a lot of intelligence checks for me, and I am not the smartest guy.
Yeah, I mean, this could
So-
be another, like, floating
I mean, it
thing.
could also go to the bard. I think he has a lot of skills that use intelligence.
That's true. That is very true.
No?
But he's
Okay.
not going to take it because he thinks it's cursed.
Well, I think his skill checks are so high at this point. I don't know if it would.
Well, I think it could be like the helm of the
That's
gods
true.
or whatever, just if you need it.
To have a
Put it on.
floating thing with it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Oh, that would be good for me. Intelligence is not one of my highest areas.
It's not for anyone in the party.
No.
Well, I mean, mine's 17.
Yeah,
Well,
he's got a good.
Oh, so it's kind of useless for you. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I don't really
Yeah.
need
What it would do, it would increase my Arcana. You said
I mean,
19.
Yeah.
It would increase my Arcana by 3.
I wouldn't
My
mind
Arcana check.
using it. I could increase my investigation, by 2.
I said we keep it as a floating one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would increase all of my intelligent-based ideas by 3, and that's one of my weakest areas, intelligence. But I say that only because that's what it would do. I don't put things on my head that have monsters in them.
Gelatinous cube
You
juice
don't
on
know
it.
where it came from.
Cube cheese.
That's a good point.
Now,
You
I'm
have
gonna say
no
this.
idea.
I have no idea.
That's
and
not
my
helping
character
at
would,
all.
but I don't know if you guys heard what the cube said, but the cube did say sentient.
Yeah, the helmet gave it its sentience because it added intelligence
That's
to
what it made me think. It raised its intelligence to 19, so it was able to communicate.
it. Yeah,
That's the impression I got.
that's what I got out of that too.
Oh,
I
Like,
mean,
if
if
we-
you want to be
if
sure
we-
on that, you just cast Identify.
If we
Yeah.
would have
That's
just
exactly
pulled
what I
it
would use.
out, it would have just turned back into a normal cube.
We'll just wait for me to cast Identify on it.
It's also
before
probably
anybody
why it
actually
wouldn't-
puts it on.
It made us give it the book first before taking the thing out.
Could have taken the
yeah.
thing out first, and then it just into a cube.
All
And the
right.
stupid
Well, I'm
cubicle.
heading out to Aru. I'm done inside.
Cedric and
Um,
Redwick, you guys are in Bernie's.
I'm guessing we were waiting for someone to finish.
Chris, I'll be heading over to Bernie's while they're doing their stuff.
And Bernie's is packed.
What? Packed?
Packed.
Whoa.
Frederick
With
is-
one particular type of creature.
What type of creature is that?
There are like the 5 chairs that she has are all full, and there is a crowd that pretty much lines the perimeter of her entire tent of chromatic
Red
dragonborn.
hats.
Of what?
Chromatic dragonborn.
That's interesting.
Cool.
And on that note,
Okay.
And as you guys walk in, they all kind of, you can tell that, I mean, it seems like they all know each other, but as you guys walk in, it's kind of, people, you can tell conversations are hushed as they look over at you, and then they enter back into whatever they were talking about.
Cedric, this is a busier place than I was
All
led
in
to
Draconic.
believe. I understand that. Wait, no, I don't, because I'm not gassed anymore. Unless I keep that language.
You do not.
Okay.
oh,
That's a racial thing, right? Like that.
I think so, yeah, that's a racial one. Well, unless, because I picked Dwarvish up as gassed, and that was part of my class. You know what I mean?
So you would have
Uh-huh.
had Dwarvish as a racial.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I
you
would have
guys-
Dwarves
Which,
as a
by the
racial.
way, we can talk in Dwarvish. I didn't even realize this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys would know it or not, but I speak Draconic.
I don't think I knew that. No.
Because otherwise, then, Chris, I'll just be down a language.
you got stupider.
That's true. I got dumber.
You would have
Right.
to. I mean, right? Like we basically remade your character
Yeah.
when the switch happened. So you could either say that, you know, like for some background reason, Redwick, yeah, that he learned Draconic. Or you can
They have the
replace
best
that.
forges.
Hmm?
Because they have the best forges.
Dragonfire, you know, it's a good source of heat and stuff. I would say he would learn Draconic mainly for like the runes and stuff that some people would implant and ask like for customization and flavor text and stuff on weapons, you know.
Okay.
So what is Bernie doing?
Cutting hair.
Bernie looks. She's like giving shaves and haircuts.
People with no hair.
Yeah. I mean, so for a dragonborn, her services would mainly be like molting their scales,
Mm,
right? Taking out dead or dying scales. That's what a shave would be
Yeah.
for them.
Sharpening horns.
Um, yeah, sharpening horns, or they have those. I believe some of them have like tentacles, right? That they can have braided back,
okay.
right?
Okay. Does
Um,
she notice us when we come in?
He does.
what kind of conversations am I picking up then, Chris?
A lot of it is very um you know a lot of talk about Tiamat's rising to power, and can you believe that um our great mother is about to rise again.
Okay, so this is like a like they're celebrating this then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
they're pumped, they're amped.
I
Like,
forget
yeah.
what is Bernie's disguise in here? She just a
She's just a
human?
woman, a human woman.
Okay. Okay.
Um, at what I'm picking up and understanding from these.
She has that like dark, very tan bronze skin.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like cuz it's like we know she's a dragon. I'm like, "Wait, no, she doesn't look like a dragon or a dragonborn though." Like
No.
she
Um, at what I'm picking up and understanding from these guys, I'm just gonna nudge Cedric and be like,
You have the helm on still and we're still connected.
"That's true," and that doesn't trigger Mahadi, right?
Wouldn't think so.
I would know.
You
Redwick
wouldn't even
have
think
no
about
idea.
it.
That's true. Did anybody tell him not to use magic in this place?
There was
That's a big old sign.
a sign that said no magic.
Okay.
So, yeah, it depends on what you think of what
Well,
you think with that.
Redwick, having no idea really what classifies what, would assume the helm would classify underneath that. So I'm just gonna say we should go. It's kind of packed in here, and I just turn to leave.
Yeah, I'm like that's a good call. We'll check back later. Maybe there's less of a wait.
Yeah.
Do I get
Bernie did-
anything?
when she recognized you guys coming in, she looked very distraught, just like downtrodden, like she is not enjoying what she's doing. She kind of nonchalantly
Like,
shakes her head a little
do
bit.
I get anything from her? Like I pause there for a second while he's doing that. I'm just like waiting, like kind of like looking around, but just like waiting to like see if I hear anything from her.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, this is all right.
So I want to walk far enough out of earshot of those Dragonborn guys. Then.
Okay.
Were they all inside the tent, or was there some
They
outside
were
the
all
tent?
inside. There were none of them
Okay.
outside. They were all inside.
Okay. I just want to make sure nobody will listen in. I'm gonna turn to Cedric and be like, they were celebrating the future rise of Tiamat in there.
Mm. I'm gonna respond back to you in Dwarvish and be like, we can speak in Dwarvish.
Oh, okay,
here for this.
fantastic, fantastic.
Roaring fires, molt deer.
Really, that's what they were talking about. She looked very distraught.
Yeah. I can only imagine why. Yeah, they were celebrating the good mother's good fortune and her rise to power.
Oh no. Okay. So not good.
Yeah,
Not good.
I would say we double back to Bernie a little later. I would say we shouldn't really leave until we have the conversation at the very least.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because maybe she's picked up a thing or two from them, considering
I'm
they're not really trying to hide
I'm sure
anything.
she has. I mean, that's the whole point. Okay. So you can speak Draconic, huh?
Of course I can. You know how many people ask for custom draconic symbols on their swords? The idiots didn't even really know what it meant, but I decided to pick it up anyways.
I do not know how many people ask for that. That is never something that has crossed my mind.
It's a lot. It's really a lot. A lot of those people who fancy themselves as elite warriors and dragon slayers and all that nonsense.
I see. I see. Hmm.
Zandak,
Well, this is most concerning.
Yep.
as you guys are at this point, Venari was going back to the parking lot. Zandak, you were coming out. So you guys, um, you would come out of Makti, whatever you want to call it now, Mercantile, and see Cedric and Redwick talking a good distance from Burns.
I'll head to them. And I wait until they stop speaking in Dwarvish so I can understand them.
Guys,
Um, like if we see you, I'll acknowledge you.
So what Bernie have to say?
Now it's not a good time. It doesn't look like the place is full.
It's pretty packed in there.
Full of what? People?
Yeah.
We haven't seen more than
Correct.
like 2 people in there at a time.
There was how many were there at least in there? Chris?
Let's go outside. We have some stuff to talk about here, Zandak.
20, 25.
There's at least a 25 weight in there.
Oh wow. Good for her. Getting business.
Yeah, fulfilling her mission.
Yeah, let's step out. We'll have a talk. We'll regroup.
Okay.
All right. You guys go, or you're into the parking lot then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Zandak, as you guys are walking out and just kind of feel like, oh, that was kind of weird. I wonder what's going on. You see on the horizon as you are looking westward, three large winged creatures flying towards your location.
I say to Cedric and Torvis, that is not good.
Do we see them yet? We don't see them
That's
yet.
true. That's true.
Zandak
If Zandak sees it, never mind.
Zandak sees it.
So as we're walking out, like, so it's probably a bad sign that there's 3 dragons flying at us, right?
Where?
Where?
Just
Right in
as they
front of
say,
us.
where, Zandak, you sense a feeling that you have felt before, as swooping out of the sky to your right and behind you just a little bit, you see one of Zariel's flying fortresses uncloak and start to engage these dragons in the air as they all roar and screech and unleash their breath weapons, and you see a barrage of weaponry shoot out from Zariel's flying fortress as a full-on sky battle is erupting right above you.
Well, that's something you don't see every day.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
What?
Well,
I'm good. All right, so I use
this happens in the parking lot. Aru's just sitting there like, whatever, and then just dragons and a flying fortress right next to him.
I conjure popcorn.
So do we
Yum.
help? Run away? I don't
I
even
don't know.
Obviously, we can't help the dragons because that's dumb.
Well, we don't help either of them, really.
Or do we is it now we also deal with the Tiamat thing before we deal with the Zariel thing?
Or do we not deal with the Tiamat thing? Let Tiamat and listen, it's a good the two sides, two factions fight each other, weaken each other down. We swoop in and we
Kill them both.
clear out. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Man, I had such a good plan too for clearing out Bernie's room, her hut. It's gonna get rid of all those guys. Everything's gonna be fine. But now I can't do that.
What was your? Were you gonna panache all of them at the same
No,
time?
I was probably gonna have you yell, like outside the tent, like, "Oh my gosh, they're raising Tiamat right now!"
It's glorious.
What a glorious day!
Gas would have done that, but I don't think. I feel like Redwick would be like, "What?"
I could have
What is
convinced. I
happening?
could have convinced Redwick.
Would you have panached me to convince me?
So,
If that's what was
on the
needed.
plus side, I bet Bernie's place is going to clear out right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Just got to make sure Bernie's okay.
This is gonna sound really mean, but like Venari honestly probably couldn't care less about Bernie. Like
That's
he has
fair.
absolutely no relation with her.
That's
or
fair. I mean,
The whole team.
When have you even you interacted with her when we discovered that she was a copper dragon?
Yeah, I
like,
think that was
what-
the only time.
Like, yeah, when everyone saw she was a copper dragon.
yeah.
That's all I've ever dealt with her.
I mean, and what's it called? Venari's not part of the reason that Tiamat's rising, really, from us giving them tools to do so.
Yeah.
So no guilt there.